All right. Oh, I tried so hard to do everything perfectly because today is a special stream and I failed and forgot to open the camera. Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see you here today. I look so cute today. Today is a special stream. We're going to be celebrating the launch of the APAC server today, and I will be talking more about what that means very shortly. Hello, everybody. If you're here, say hi in chat. Say hi in YouTube chat. Say hi in Twitch chat, and let me know that you're here. But yeah, it's very exciting, and I'll be talking more about that coming up soon here. But before I do, I'm going to go over the regular news. This was kind of like a bomb news announcement that happened yesterday, and we were I think the player base was not expecting it. Based on everything that they said, if I was trying to guess what a time would have been, I was shooting for after 7.4 because I figured they were busy with it, but I guess not. They also gave us a whole 1 day's notice, which was also kind of exciting. But I think the idea was that they probably wanted to do more lead up time to advertise it. But Thanksgiving is coming up, so a lot of people are going away on holiday, and now is just like the perfect time to launch it, to give them time to do any fixes, and then us time to play it when it comes out. Hi! Everybody saying hi for the first time. Hello, I see you. Hi. So we are going to be doing some giveaways. Just be aware that giveaways are very sporadic in this channel, but we do have something that is not sporadic, and that is going to be a leveling contest that everyone can participate on in the new server. It's quite large. It's one of the biggest giveaways I've probably ever done before. Art of Manus has just learned you're on Twitch. Hi. Been watching your YouTube videos for tips and tricks for such a long time. Thanks. I'm super happy about that. Don't forget there's the website too if you ever need to look up something and don't want it in video form. Silent says, by the way, if you get the companion in the flash sale today, this guy, you can get a skin to turn it into a melee gold droid from the Corruptor Zero fight in Dread Fortress. Right? Isn't that cool? So here's the sale of the day. It's a droid companion Dread. Once again, not something I recommend or don't recommend, just one of the optional companions you can grab if you're looking something different than your normal companions. I don't usually use them, but yeah, this guy has a special skin you can get. The Old Wound story is the most recent story. Oh, interesting. Acid Burn Rug had an interesting idea of maybe why they gave little notice. They also might not want the server overloaded on the first go if they gave like 5 weeks of notice rather than 1 day. That is a small possibility. Yeah, that's not a horrible guess. Update 7.4 is the one we are looking forward to, and I thought would be the next big piece of news, but nope. Other big piece of news first. Awesome. Very exciting. So later on, Silent will be starting some giveaways, so just keep your eyes on chat. They're not going to be at specific times that I know of. It's going to be kind of up to him. Galactic Seasons is currently running, and we did some of that the other day. You're buying a girlfriend? How much money you got? Let's see. What else is going on here? Right, okay, I think that's it for the basic news. So now we're going to talk about the very, very exciting news about the APAC servers. So unrelated to all of this, by the way, if you're looking for more information about update 7.4 gearing, yesterday, no, or day before, I forget, I went and did a whole bunch of research into, oh, this isn't even the one I want to show you guys, but this is a bunch of research into the, gearing system coming up. Sorry, kind of had a bit of a brain fart because I wanted to show you more specifically this one, but I don't know if it's published yet. Ah, yeah, here it is. It's published, but you guys can't see it yet on the main site. So I did write a more extensive... Apparently no buying a girlfriend allowed, thanks DR. I did make a really big list on how to get the best gear in the game, and this is kind of an in-progress thing. This is going to be for the update that's coming up, but if you want to like pre-read and kind of get an idea, we don't necessarily have the most efficient route created yet, like do exactly this, but we do have some concepts written down now if you want to start brainstorming. I also put together a list of all the ricotta pieces. Yeah, you guys have some great questions about the new server. We'll definitely jump into that next. The ricotta pieces, so you can kind of easily figure out which pieces you want based on your stats. And I'll be writing more about that once it actually comes out. All right. let's now go take a look at that APAC server news, right? Okay. The new SWTOR server, SWTOR APAC. Fresh start server. Are you starting a new legacy on the APAC server? I sure am. The Star Wars: The Old Republic is adding a new server to play on the games. It will be called the SWTOR server and will be considered an APAC, Asia Pacific server. Patrick said, as the Revenites fled, the coalition gathered around a burning temple and let out a cheer that shook the stars. The Revenite crisis was done. Republic and Empire were rebuilt, bigger than ever. Order had finally returned to the galaxy, in no small part due to the efforts of the fighting men of Havoc Squad. Patrick, you're such a nerd. Thank you. So yeah, very exciting news. Today, in about 3 hours, a new server is starting. It is going to be called the SWTOR server. It will be considered an APAC server, so an Asia Pacific server. It's located physically in Sydney. A couple of you asked, but won't the ping be bad? So the idea is that this server is going to be more focused on Special Defender Pet Droid. What's that? Oh, is that the one that was on the cartel? Legacy name dilemma. Oh my god. You will have a higher lag or ping if you're trying to log in from, say, North America or Europe. So like if you're from the USA and trying to log in, or you're from Germany trying to log in, you're going to have a higher ping than, say, someone who's closer by in Australia or New Zealand or Philippines or Indonesia, anywhere nearby there. Today, only for subscribers. That's right. Look at that big text right there. Tomorrow for free to play and preferred. They gave a little, I thought that was cute that they gave a little day's head start. I didn't even know that was something that they could do. And in addition to it being an Asia Pacific server, it's also considered a fresh start server. This means everybody starts off at level 1. Everybody starts off with no credits. Everybody starts off with no legacy. Very interesting and exciting. We won't have the things that we normally have. Some of the things that you will have is you will have any unlocks that are considered account wide. Oh, JR says, ugh, I'm gonna want to do Galactic Seasons on this server too. I was thinking about that for you crazy people. It gives you a whole nother server to do Galactic Seasons on. So the ones that are account wide are things like if you purchase something from the cartel market and it's considered account wide. For example, if you purchase Togruta, or if you purchased maybe like an item slot unlock. 810 says we start with 0 credits, but we have the economy crackdown to keep us poor. That's right. There won't be any transfers. So any like account-wide unlocks, but for the most part, most unlocks that you're familiar with, like rocket boots, datacrons, ship combat droid and mailbox, stuff like that. Those are either character specific or legacy wide. Arkham says I'm retired from the game, but cool. It is neat little news right there. So in general, you will be starting fresh. There will be players who are buying things from the cartel market on the new server. However, they have no one to sell them to. No one has any credits to sell stuff to yet. So I don't really recommend doing that unless you're buying stuff for your personal use, because otherwise you could probably get a lot more credits and use out of them on the other servers. And while they said no transfers are available, there is a good chance they might open up in the future. We just don't know how far away that is. So Logan says, so no inflation on the new server? Basically, there is 0 credits currently existing on the new server. As you guys quest, you will create credits. For example, you do a quest, you do a conquest, you do whatever, you sell something to a droid. These credits are created out of thin air and they start entering the economy. They are taken out as you do things like quick travel, repair your gear, buy stuff from vendors, pay for legacy unlocks, sell stuff on the GTN and the tax is taken out. Yeah, 3 hours. You know what? Do you guys want to put up a timer? We can do that. Give me like 5 seconds here and we'll set up a little timer. I have to like literally go on my website, edit the code, and we're gonna have the same problem that we always have, where when it flips down to under an hour, It starts saying there's 12 hours. Hang on. / Twitch. Yeah, eavesdrop looks pretty. Thank you. I have a fun little story about this. I wanted to take some screenshots to put as the thumbnail for this new adventure that we're going on here. And I was like, what is Australian? So I googled Australian fashion, and this outfit is actually kind of based on some Australian fashion that I found online on Google. Some very like flowy movement light gear. Okay, let's see. No, I don't need the timer. I need the one called patch. I'm looking at my files here. Looking at my files. Okay, so the date is going to be at 11, and the date is going to be today. Today is the 16th. Yeah. And what are we going to title it? New APAC. Ooh, that is not going to work. Hand. New APAC server in launches. Launches in ... Okay, let's give this. Oh, we need the hours. We need the hours showing. Very important. Hour. Okay, you guys ready for this? Server lunches, that's right. Server lunches indeed. Timer for patch. And we're gonna take out that red. We don't need that red. We put that there because people kept asking over and over and over, and it's driving me nuts. No. The servers are currently up, to be clear. New APAC server. Oh, look at that. That doesn't need to be red either. 0 minutes. Did I get the time wrong? 1609. Oh, I see. So it goes month, date. Wrong way around there. Coding live in action. Yeehaw. We're gonna get this. Oh, there we go. Does that help for you guys? Did you name your character Disconnect? Yes, I was quite cranky about having to rename my character, so I renamed it something to troll with. So look at Australia fashion. Australian fashion? You guys want to see? Australian fashion brands that you should make place for. So if you like look at this like kind of breezy stuff, and there's lots of like yellows and oranges that I noticed, and I was like, yeah, let's make a Aussie outfit so we can take some screenshots. Hey there, Turkov, and hey everybody else coming in. So I just started playing, says Casey. Isn't this an Asian server? Would love to start on a fresh server, but won't the ping be terrible? Hey Casey, we actually just talked about that a bit. And the idea is like yes and no. So the idea is yes, the ping or lag will be, or should be, higher compared to if you are logging into a server that is closer to home. If you're North American, you generally want to play on a North American server. If you're European, you generally want to play on a European server. And hey, look! Shayviz is right there! That's so cute! I didn't realize it would be visible early. Thanks for pointing that out. And let's see. Now, I am located in California. I am on the West Coast. I got this. The West Coast of the United States. If I try to log into a European server that is either all the way across the ocean or all the way across the United States and another ocean and a bunch of other countries. So if I do log into the Darth Malgus server, however, the game's not like unplayable or anything like that. I'll show you what my ping looks like just running around the fleet on a European server, and that's about as far as you can get. I think I think Australia might be further. Does anyone have the math on that? If I'm in California, which would be farther? Sydney? Australia? Down? Or Ireland, I think is where the other servers, EU servers. Yeah, I think they're in Ireland, not London, but I could be wrong. They might be different now because they moved them to what's known as the Amazon Cloud servers. And these servers should give you a better connection if you're playing remotely or like farther away, sorry. than the old ones. However, whether that's true or not is kind of still yet to be seen. Can't test it. Eckert says, I've not played this game in ages. Is there anything new in the game? Of course there's new stuff in the game, but when was the last time you played? Here, let's head to the fleet. And you can see me running around. I don't think I'd want to do highly competitive PvP. Normal PvP is fine. I have so much computer lag at this point, it doesn't matter. And I don't think I'd want to do maybe nightmare mode raiding. But mostly because I suck and I need every edge I could get. But otherwise it should be okay. I mean, we have plenty of people joining us in the North American servers in the mornings because I have played during such a weird time zone. Plenty of people join us from Europe. We've got Patrick, who's from Czechia. We've got quite a few people from Germany. We see a lot of France players online during that time. Fernando, thank you very much. Thanks for supporting the project. Appreciate it. Geography is hard for everyone. It's easier for me than clocks. I was so upset though. I accidentally said on one of my posts that the new server was going to be on Melbourne instead of Sydney. And I was like, oh man. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to try and get my ping showing here. Da, 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 da. So I'm currently on the European server while in physically California. Here's my ping. So you can see my ping is 170. The worst I've ever seen it get is like 250. The worst I've ever heard about is 300. Thank you. Thank you, Shard, to you as well. Thanks for the support. So yeah. Oh, here we go. So Falos says, playing from Sweden on Starforge, I have 100 to 120 ping. Not bad. Yeah, so you've got an even better connection than I do. Here I'm jumping up to 189 there. So that's about the highest I think I've personally seen mine. And yeah, you can see I'm running around. It's not too big of a deal. If I start getting into really competitive play where I need to really know where everything is, I might get cranky. But otherwise, totally fine for story, leveling, casual PvP, casual operations, all of that really shouldn't be a problem, especially if you have a slightly higher tolerance and you don't rage every time the game lags a half a millisecond. Phantom says Starfrog. You call Starforge Starfrog? Oh, that is cute. Starfrog gives me 25 ms and Dirty Malgus is 120 ms. So once again, I'm playing from California. The North American servers are located in West Virginia. So if here's California, here's West Virginia, all the way on the other side of the United States. That's like a fairly large physical distance as well. So even me playing on Starforge is like wrong. Oh, your ping for LA should be the same for APAC and EU servers. Thank you, Forrester. Thank you for the kind of general distance there. I have no idea if a VPN would help, because I've heard people say a VPN helps, but don't you have to connect to the VPN and then the VPN to that server? Wouldn't it actually create an additional layer of translation lag? I don't know if that's actually how it works though. That's just like my guess. Lee says it's pretty sweet to see a new server being launched for a game that came out 13 years ago, right? Or 12, 13? What we at now? It is. It's very neat. It's very neat. So they basically, what happened is, I'm going to blow my nose and you guys can wait a second. Yeah, I've definitely seen people say use a VPN for less lag, but it doesn't actually make any sense. It does add a layer of latency. A VPN is really good if you want to disguise or change where what you're looking at thinks you are located. So let's say I wanted to watch Netflix Canada. I could get a Canadian VPN, you know? Or if I just wanted to generally have not people know my computer is located in California, I could use a VPN and it'll say I'm from like Sweden or something like that, you know? I'm thinking about transferring my characters to Starforge. People say it's more populated and better in general compared to the Steel Sean server. What's your opinion on it? So I play only on Starforge. I have also heard in general the same thing. I generally don't recommend transferring your characters off of Steel Sean. Just because neither of the servers are in a bad state by any means. What I do recommend if you're really curious about it, hey, I think I found Patrick. Yes, I did. And you see his signature new outfit. What I say something in Swedish? I don't know any Swedish at all. Can you guys get me some good Swedish? Some nice Swedish words. Teach me how to say good morning, everybody. Hey, Pat, I see you in your outfit. While I yak, I should go do something instead of just running around, right? What is my ping here on the fleet? Look at my ping here. I'm all the way at like 80 to 90 on any given day from Starforge in California, which is in West Virginia. So it is, I already have a pretty decent amount of lag. Some of you are saying you have down to 20, 30, or 40. Guten Morgen. Mitten Polen. Okay, so what I wanted to go run today while I'm yakking, because we're going to be doing a lot of yakking today. We're just kind of chilling out and being excited about the new servers coming up. I wanted to go run some Runuk because I am personally... Oh no, I wanted to PvP because I'm freaking working on PvP. That's right. Apparently knew what I wanted in my brain. I wanted to go run Runuk, but let's see. I need to play 3 more matches and I need to win 1. So if anyone is interested in queuing up on the Starforge server, you can... Nope, that wasn't right. Here we go. If you queue up either Republic or Imperial side, Starforge server, level 80 war zones, you might wind up with me, against me, or not with me at all. Starfudge cakes! Oh, that sounds good. Biohazard says, I got a lot of ping on Starforge here in Idaho. Do you happen to know what number you get? Idaho. Where's Idaho on the map? Help! Idaho. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah, you're pretty far, too. Idaho. Passion? Yeah, this is a good fashion. Let's go. Okay. Push to this. Is the newer server out yet? What does the timer say at the top of the screen? West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Okay, I am queued up for PvP. I should probably run Runuk at the same time because I doubt there's a lot of people queuing up at this specific time of day. Starforge is in West Virginia. Where's the new server? The new server is going to be in Sydney, Australia. No worries, anxiety on steroids. Anxiety says, my bad, I was too excited. Fair. Fair enough. What does APAC mean? APAC means Asia Pacific. So the server is physically located in Sydney, Australia, which means players who live near there will have less... Let's turn off the music. Creepy Runuk music. This music's way more fun. I'm gonna run out of quest space. Oh gosh, okay. I'm very excited. I'm getting close to finishing Runuk, and then I can take screenshots of the last decorations. What's this new server got that's giving you so much hype, Swtorista? Sorry for my ignorance. Yeah, let's...
Stay focused on the task at hand.
Don't tell me what to do. Let's go over it all again, if that's okay with you guys, because I know a lot of you are just coming in now. Would the connection to the new server be good for US residents? Would it be good? No. Will it be acceptable? Yes. Will US residents maybe want to play on it? Yes, because it gives a chance for fresh start, which means you won't have your legacy and everyone will kind of be starting at level 1. Oh my goodness, DCH. Runuk has so many dailies. It really does. They're pretty cool. I like this area. I remember playing at launch this full us, playing with Aussies, and they did not have a good time. Well, that's their fault. They should have gone and... Sorry. They should have gone and played on the Aussie server that was around at launch. Cheapane, thanks for coming on in. Hello, Cheapane and friend. Hi, hi, hi. Ah, AZ Maniac says, I play on Starforge and I'm in the UK. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of people who play cross-region, and it's acceptable. It's maybe not the best. For Australia, though, Australia playing is a whole another layer of added distance. For example, 200 to 300 ping, it starts getting a lot more noticeable. Why are both servers located in WV? Probably because it was cheaper at the time when they had their own physical servers. That's my guess. Okay, welcome everybody on in. Let's go give a good overview of what's going on in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Did you get a Q-pop and I didn't? That's not fair. Starforge: The Old Republic. Oh my god, what did I just say? I'm just gonna kill myself. is how we solve our problems in video games. MG says, how is the game going? Very good. We're just about to talk about some really big news. Oh, Grant says, I play on the US server from France. Even in master mode operations, no issue. Right, you absolutely can. Absolutely can. G-Pain says, hope you're doing great today. I'm a little angry at Firefox these days because I can't log in on Firefox. I'm leveling up my bounty hunter today. Play hard, go pro, have fun, and keep up the great work. G-Pain, I'm sorry for your Firefox woes. Come to the Chrome side.
Shouldn't your Salky eat the best?
Time to load up
around?
Edge.
Now, back to the brawl.
So what's happening is in exactly 2 hours and 29 minutes, a new server will be launching in Star Wars: The Old Republic. This is exciting because they haven't launched a new server in a very long time, and at the moment, there's currently no servers located in the Asia Pacific region, which is what APAC stands for. This is primarily going to be aimed at players in Australia and New Zealand because they're probably the biggest English demographic is my guess, but it's also going to be really beneficial to anyone here playing from anywhere in the APAC area. So that can be Indonesia, that can be Malaysia, that can be technically India, but I think EU might technically be closer for you guys. Singapore, Japan would want to check it out and see what it looks like. I can't focus at all. I'm just gonna... Oh. Did we kill the ball carrier? How the heck did we do that? That was not useful at all. Go, go, go! Oh, sad.
That's incomplete.
That's okay. Let's see if they can accept the pass. Did I not get the ball? Oh, I did. Okay. Right.
Destroyed by the frog dogs.
Aww, he forgot to stealth out and catch the ball. Dread Master Brontes, are you alive? Are you just standing there? Okay, where the... This is a bizarre match. For real. We have the ball now. Let's turn off this crazy music. I can only handle one thing at a time. So yeah, we're excited about that. That's happening in a few hours. Another thing that's interesting and exciting about this new server, apart from the actual physical location, let me put a guard out and some taunts and stuff. Oh, what happened to the guy that was up there? Did he come down? Ah, Fletch. Sorry, I thought they didn't have anyone to pass it to. That wasn't really their fault. Oh my gosh, if Dreadmaster Brontes costs us the match, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum if Dreadmaster Brontes is the one. Oh gosh darn it. Get down here. Why are you getting down here? I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. Oh, I'm so angry. What was I talking about? I am currently playing a Vanguard tank. I'm currently playing what I like to call slap tank, which is where I'm actually wearing DPS gear. Come here. Come on, Steve. Come here. Come on this side so I can pull you down. Melody. Melody, I swear to God.
Frog dog throws to frog dog.
Nope. I gotta kill myself so I can get back to mid without being stunned over and over and over and over and over. Go, go, go! That was not necessarily a good choice, sorry. I didn't realize it would give me a long timer. So, what? First off, this player is not even freaking here. This player is literally not here. It's very unfair. We're literally down a teammate. Second, Melody's on the other team, which is also unfair, but only because Melody is a good player. Third, it's also unfair because I don't have any attention to pay. None. I'm kind of confused about why Dreadmaster Brontes isn't getting kicked from the match. They haven't moved this entire time that I know. Are they somehow getting, like, medals for defending? Like, one person won't make or break a team, but it still sucks. Would definitely be a little easier with having an actual 7 versus 7, you know? I was hoping to pull them while they were going. While they were throwing it. You look at them, they're just standing there.
Is that a kick? What did I say about kicking the hot
Very
ball?
disappointing.
Frog dog pass incomplete.
Yeah, they're clearly... Oh. Who has the ball? Us? Oh, look at us. They have no one to pass it to, though. Our team is who knows where, and I'm very dead. Especially if I stand in acid like that. So this new server is also going to be what's kind of nicknamed by other players a fresh start server. This term, I believe, came from New World, but I could be wrong. But the idea is that you're starting off and you can't transfer any characters. So that means you can't bring your legacy with you, all your legacy unlocks. You can't bring all your credits that you have in your legacy bank. You can't bring all your crafting materials that you have in your crafting legacy bay. Don't stand on me, acid. But I love absolutely dying in the acid pits. That's like my favorite thing to do. Okay, so this is something that server lag can help a lot with. Get down here. You're banned. You're banned. Is there another stealther? If so, I'm gonna be cranky. If so, I don't know what to do.
Terrible. Bad
Oh, we got it.
Frog dogs everywhere.
Having better ping can absolutely help with dealing with stealthers, and it's very, very... Oh, did I get... Oh, yes. Let's go. I think they were just trying to chunk it. Ow. But I don't really have a lot of support. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get anywhere. I just keep getting stunned to death. Go, Little John, go! All I can do is support you from behind. You're gonna die, though. If you don't have anyone healing you, it's not really your fault. Or you don't have anyone ahead of you. Oh, what happened? That was bizarre. I pulled them forward while they passed it. So better server lag, or lower server lag, less server lag, can really help in games like Hutball, where positioning is a lot more important, and knowing where your enemy actually is can make a big difference. For example, you saw earlier... Why are they not getting kicked out of the match? Let's report them. Oh, there's not even an option to report them. For being a butthole. Because they were clearly there enough to run down. They didn't, like, disconnect. Jackie! If you're watching, ban them! Or kick him out of my match, at least. Poor this uncle. No support from me. That's my fault. Melody! Oh, Melody! Good pass, Melody. Yeah, that little cuddle puddle there. That was a waste of a pull, but it made me happy as they go into acid again. I'm just gonna hang out here. Do you have the Vanguard ability to pull him out of the defense zone? Yeah! Oh no. I have the one that lets me pull enemies. Generally, I don't need to pull teammates. Generally, my teammates play the game. Kick the ball. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you're on Twitch, Silent says a giveaway has started for someone's jetpack. Someone's jetpack? You only need to enter once. To enter, type kick the ball, all one word. Oh, that's funny, Silent. Nice. So that's gonna be for those of you on Twitch if you want to win the jetpack. Why is it someone's jetpack? Whose jetpack is it?
Ball handler is down.
So yeah, if you want to enter to win a rare jetpack mount that you can only get from haunted creators.
What did I say about start kicking the hot ball.
Or very difficultly from Twitch streams. Tell the Zork to pull them? No, it doesn't matter if they get pulled or not. Ow. Ow, ow, oh, ow. Did I set myself on fire? I did. Oh well. I'm just trying to get through this match to get to the next one. That's okay. You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. I think that's how the song goes. I'm pretty certain. No! If nothing! You're not getting another point in the last 22 seconds, okay? Okay? I can't stop anything else in this match. But I can't do that. But being able to pull someone down, especially with stealth and the delay that happens there. Brontes is jumping up and down as if ready for a pass. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Today's winners, honor and recovery is theirs.
How did they do some stuff? They did some healing. Oh, I see. I see. They did some stuff according to the game. Please don't queue up with your purchase mask. It's frustrating. What are APAC servers? Yeah, APAC servers are Asia Pacific servers, and an Asia Pacific server is launching today in 2 hours. A new server is coming to the game, and this server is kind of exciting because I should queue up again, right? It will be considered fresh start, which means everyone will kind of be starting on, I don't want to say even footing, because you still will have access to the cartel market with any cartel coins you have along the way. But mostly everyone will be starting at level 1. The economy will be starting at level 0, so you'll have a chance to participate in a brand new fresh economy, which is pretty cool. On a like personal level, like ignoring the greater community, it can be quite fun to play on a brand new server without your legacy unlocks and stuff like that. Someone mentioned earlier the joke of oh no, I'm gonna die because I don't have a companion. This is a problem. Oh, there we go. Congratulations, Consensus. Consensus, say something in chat so Silent can send you your jetpack code, and we'll be doing more of those to celebrate the launch of the new server as we play today. And, oh, I should probably talk about the contest, right? Yeah, let's do that after this match. I'm very excited because I'm also hosting I've got a little heat pack right now.
For House in Rokini!
Some folks will have better hairstyles, that's right. You can buy stuff from the cartel market on the new server, but you won't have anyone to sell it to because no one will have credits. Someone made a joke earlier. Quick travel is gonna cost 100 credits. Guess I'm walking, and that can be a fairly fun experience, actually. If you're going in with that mindset of I'm playing fresh. I actually made a new free-to-play account a while ago. Some of you may be familiar with Javik, the sorcerer.
Sentient beings.
Oh, yeah. Turn on whispers if you win. Otherwise, Silent won't be able to message you. If you win. Hey, Silent. I know you just did one. Do you want to do another one right now, though? Yeah. Yeah, Brex Fangus says Broadsword doing good things. I think this was part of the original plan, even when they were under BioWare, but it's very exciting to see them follow through with it, right? Can you send mail to characters on other servers? Nope. So any items you have, any credits you have, any materials you have on your main server, you cannot bring it to the new server, the new APAC server. You'll only be able to spend any cartel coins you have there. That's really about it. Yeah, you'll basically be making a new legacy. You'll start with 0 legacy. I can't even remember, and I'm having trouble verifying when you can make a new legacy. So basically, you'll just start playing with no legacy, no nothing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And you'll be able to create a new legacy. You can pick a whole new name and it'll have nothing. Level 10, I think it's level 10, but I also saw information that it was like when you finish chapter 1. And I'm kind of confused if one of those is old information or what. I really don't know. Hey, Pat's on the other team. Oh, Pat went and grabbed that ball right away. Okay. So I think we at least have a full 8 team now, and I will have less anger. Oh, Lil John! Lil John! Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I know they killed somebody, but who got the ball? Is it in mid? We have it. We have, no, leave my teammate alone. You come back here in mid, where you belong. With me. Stay with me. Does it cost to fast travel now? Yes, you're right. I missed your message. Thanks for reposting it. Yes, quick travel now costs credits. It's a smaller amount if you're lower level, so you don't have to stress too much. But the idea is that they need credits exiting the economy just as they enter the economy. Leave my friend alone! Nice, nice, nice. I might actually get my win. I should probably heal up, though. It's probably more useful than whatever I'm doing now. Go, Major Verger. Uh-oh, Patrick. Patrick. I see a chance for murder. I'm gonna take it. My team. Lil John. No touching my ball carrier. Whoa, the ability the commando can use, like, I think it's called diversion. It looks really cool. I saw the little fake troopers pop up and I was like, wow. Oh no! You guys have somebody in your end zone that's not doing anything? Here, let's fix that.
Needs excitement.
Oh, wait, who has the ball? Oh, did the ball not make it to the end? Oh, what happened? I'm unclear. Maybe they got stunned. Go Electric Surge! Yeah, the other team is not really watching mid. Basically, they're having the same problems we were having last match. Ah. See, they just keep jumping down. This is a shitty person, too. And I can't pull them down because they're too close this time. Why did I jump down? Oh my god, out of anger, apparently. Oh, I see a teammate. Oh, I see a freaking teammate, but they're too far. Nope, sorry.
Perhaps the worst throw in Frog Dog team history. Really, really terrible. One down.
Oh, that was bad on my part. Prum, if there's any sense when they'll open up transfers? Ah, Prum, that's a good question. So they have not said anything. They have basically said not right now, which is what you've seen is what I know. So from my thoughts is that they are trying to do a weird little dance right now. Ideally, they would have an Australian server and then separately a Fresh Start server. But the game's population, I don't know if it can support 2 new servers at once, and that's also not really like a great marketing plan. You know, you want to do one thing at a time. So they want to both preserve the idea of a Fresh Start server as well as having Aussies being able to enjoy it. So it's kind of weird, like it's a bit of a dichotomy. If it was truly an Aussie server, then they would open up for transfers so Aussie players who have been playing this whole time could transfer over there, right? Like that would be the best for them. But because they also want existing players to go check it out and to give something new and interesting for players to do. Ooh, let me, oh, good job not staying down there. You're a bad person. I hope you get banned from PvP. Down here. It doesn't matter if I pull them or they die. They just run back down. Jackie, ban them too. Oh, that's so sad. Our teammate wants to pass the ball, but there's no one to pass it to right now. Okay, cool. Good job. Good job, teammate. Thanks for passing.
Frog dog, nice pass.
Yeah, APAC servers in 2 hours, Alte. The days and times were very... Oh no, look at you go! Look at you go! Look at you go right in the acid! Sorry, I should have just let you run, that was mean. I know killing friends is mean, but... Oh, you're the only one in your team who got the ball, so good job. Feel proud of yourself even as you die. Very acceptable. Okay, I think I have the ball. Oh, shoot, but I'm almost dead. I'm gonna pass it. Oh, freaking. That was dumb, that was dumb. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. They were close enough, it was fine. Yukine pass it to Joss. I know someone named Joss. It's short for Jocelyn. And they're very nice. Leave my friend alone! Don't touch my purse! Can I kill this person? Yes. Oh, they got a push! Oh, and I jumped down. Oh, that was dumb. They're gonna have to pass it. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Good job. Oh, I can't see. Oh my god. There's someone over here? Oh. Oh, that works, yes. Pushed off just as I passed it. That was funny. Oh, the push. Thanks for getting ahead. That was really funny. There's like 3 of them there. They both, all my teammates were like right off the cliff.
Nice pass.
So yeah, so there's this weird dichotomy. Ideally, for the fresh start, they would never open transfers, and for the Australians, ideally, they would open it the moment the server opens, like yesterday, you know? The sooner the better. So I really don't know. I think I have a strong suspicion they're gonna play it by ear, and are just gonna go from there and see what things look like, you know? Give people time to feel the freshness of the fresh server, and then let the Aussies actually transfer over. Smells like Wookiees is for PvP. I found their new map overlay super useful. Oh yeah, I used it all the... I don't really use it in this match very much, because I need to see where the hut ball is, and I do that mainly by looking for the little light. But in the ones where you have to guard the nodes, I use it so much. So much. Oh, congratulations. You got the ball. So I do need to win one more match for my objectives, so that's awesome. Oh, did we fudge the ball? I am unclear. It's either around the side or it's gone. Oh no, we have it. It's around the side. Oops. I just ran away for no reason. Here, everybody have a stun. I love when I catch more than 3 people in my stun. It makes me really happy. Oh no, they're gonna die. But there's not a lot they can do about it, I think. A good try, Joss. They were gunning for you. You did good. AOC start today, those who want to check it out early, but official start is November. Yes! So today, the APAC server that we've been talking about is launching for subscribers only. Do they? Oh, I wish I'd been there! Okay, let's go get it, let's go get it, let's go get it. Their Vanguard tank is doing work. Whoever's Vanguard tank on the other team. Oh my god, is that Patrick? Is that Patrick? Patrick, I think you just got a compliment.
Shouldn't your Salky eat the best?
Here you go, buddy! Take that, take that! I'm gonna die! Yeah, so eventually they condensed the servers, and yeah, the Aussie one just didn't make the cut. There was other ones too, there was like 200 servers, but they were all vaguely smaller. And some of them were fairly dead, while some were overpopulated. So they did a big merge in 2017, and that was like a really good move, down to 5 servers, but each of those 5 servers is bigger, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure they're definitely using it as advertisement to the fresh start. But to be honest, I know some people are very cynical about it, like in replacement for real content. But it sounds very fun to me. Like, I really enjoyed playing my free-to-play account fresh, and I like the idea of being able to participate in a fresh economy that hasn't been super tainted by 50 credit exploits, you know? It seems interesting to me. How many jetpacks? I don't know. However many Silent feels like doing. I think I've got like 10, but whether they all go out, I don't know. I don't focus too much on giveaways in this channel, sorry. What is APAC? Asia Pacific Server. If I leave my flashpoint and PvP caches and open for 7.4, will my 336 gear get an upgrade if I open them right after? Certified? Hey there. I believe yes. I think yes. Do you think the current owners of the SWTOR will keep creating content and continue improving the game and keeping it alive? By the way, you guys, for those of you who are kind of talking about content, please note that this Asia Pacific thing was a bit of a surprise, and it's in addition and before their actual content update that's coming in, it looks like December. We don't have an exact date yet. They said a holiday release. So hang on. I'm trying to load up my website. Did my website crash? Probably. No, it didn't. It's fine. It's just slow. So we have this article called What to Expect in Update 7.4, and there's a whole bunch of stuff coming there as well that I'm really looking forward to. Like I said, we don't have a date for it. Holiday release, guessing December. And there's going to be new story, new daily area called Kessen's Landing that I've checked on the test server that I quite liked. A new secret quest that has 94 freaking steps. A new Datacron related to that. A new world boss. He's not very exciting, but he's there. Continuation of the Basilisk droid quest. New cinematic lighting across the game. A GTN overhaul, which I'm also excited about because that's, for me, that's content. Like, I like playing the GTN. I haven't done it in a while. I might actually go check it out again, especially with crafting and stuff like that. If they do the crafting orders, oh my god, I'd be so excited. Gearing changes, not content, but something to go chase and go check out and optimize. PvP Seasons 4 started, which I'm playing right now, which I should queue up again before I forget. Thank you. Metallic and pearlescent dyes. I know that's stupid cosmetic stuff, but it's exciting to me. Life Day is coming up. I actually don't have any of the new Life Day decorations from last year. I don't know what happened. I just missed out on being able to participate at all. I was busy or something. Patrick says, they certainly deserve a compliment for the first goal you did. I leapt on your ball carrier like 1 to 2 meters from the goal, grappled them to the edge and then down. Wow, Patrick, good job. I'm sorry about the rest of your team not participating. And cartel stuff. I don't consider that content. But yeah, and hopefully we'll see the DirectX 12 tech improvements. That would be really cool if that comes to fruition. And I like Seasons. I've been enjoying them a lot. So yeah. That's what's coming up here. So yeah, if you guys want to learn more about the APAC server, I can read a little thing out that I wrote because you guys have been talking about this idea of who's going to play there, why are they going to play there, and stuff like that. So Seasons, tell Patrick he did really good. Good job, Patrick. You did really good. I saw you. You did the work. Is the game any better now? Quick answers only. Yes, compared to what? I always ask when you last played, Denki. Which combat style you're playing as slap tank? Oh, so to be clear, what I call slap tank, there's another term for it. I don't love the phrase. But it's the idea of playing a Vanguard tank. I am a tank. I'm a shield specialist, but I am wearing DPS gear, and I think I'm wearing a DPS implant, if I remember right. And the idea is that I don't really need to be more defensive. So I get to take advantage of all my special Vanguard tank abilities, like my harpoon, my taunts, my guards, but I health, basically. It's chat. Nice win last match. Yeah, I'm happy I got a win because I have my win weekly objective done, and I only have to play one more match. Next one doesn't matter. Oh, am I still wearing my pink bell bottoms? This is for Team Disco on Wednesdays. We wear pink. Oh, Greenies, you started War on Iocaf? Good luck. That's a bit of a crazy area to get around. Okay, so here we go. For longtime players, this will be an interesting experience as you cannot transfer a character over. You will not have your legacy, legacy unlocks, legacy credits, legacy cargo bay, or help from your existing characters. Your only unlocks that will carry over to the new server will be any account-wide unlocks you have. So if you've purchased something like Tigruta from the cartel market, and it is considered a account-wide unlock, in the description, so if you show the item, it says, the Cruda species for your account. Oh, are we doing a giveaway? Oh, yeah. Silent. Awesome. A giveaway has started for a Mandalorian heavy jetpack. You only need to enter once. On Twitch, not YouTube, type fresh start, all one word. So if you have something like the Tigruta that's account wide, that will still apply. But anything in your legacy panel or anything that you unlocked through legacy. For example, maybe you have Twi'leks unlocked for your legacy. That won't apply to your account though, you know? So a lot of people are going to notice that they're missing species and they're going to be very confused. How do we do that? Like here, if you unlock them via leveling in here, instead of with the cartel market unlock, you won't have them. Or at least you won't have them for specific species, because subscribers do get some extra species. And by the way, the species info, all of this is on Swtorista.com. There's a whole species section. I think it's in choose a class, and it's on the homepage too. Rachel says thanks, newer to the game, especially PvP. Hey Rachel, welcome to the game. I really like PvP. I've been playing it a lot more lately. Someone in our chat said someone kick it. Someone kick the hut ball. What an instruction there. So yeah, we'll go. Oh, that person got there really fast by using Mad Dash. Good job, Zertok Dejik, the revanchist. Now you just gotta figure out what to do with it, right? You got it so early, no one's ahead. I think you're trying to pass it, right? Let's not let Melody do that. Oh, whoa, why did I get that? Freaking, Just pop every cooldown I have. You got incoming, Robin. Try this again. Round two.
Really terrible.
No, still not there. Oh my god. I can get it again, but I won't live to do anything with it.
Rotworm ball. Let's see if they can keep it.
That was funny. Prom, I think Fresh Start is more than just credits. I've heard a lot of people say the concept of a untainted economy, but it's more than that. It's more than that. Like, if you take a look at people playing, like, other Fresh Start games, it's the idea of, like, this recapturing some of this nostalgia and playing without all the boosts that you used to have back in the day. I mean, that you have now, sorry. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about that, but it's entirely true from, like, bits and pieces that I've seen. And the idea of, like, actually choosing between walking and using quick travel or not having your rocket boots, you know? Stuff like that. Do you think Power Tech will still be good? LOL. I'm sure it probably will be. I'm so excited about the new server. Fresh Start without all of the O-Price stuff with the GTN is awesome. Larry, don't forget, you won't have any credits, though. You'll have 0 credits to start with. You'll have to, like, go run heroics for credits or something, you know? And what's very interesting, yeah, I was thinking about it last night. I wish it was a true classic server. A true classic server where like, there's a lot of UI features, I guess. Convenience features that they've added that I wouldn't want them to roll back. But I was thinking about how one of the nice things about the World of Warcraft servers, from what I understand, is that players are doing the same content together because there's a reason to do it. But with the fact that oh no, I wasn't ready for that, sorry. Oh, what's ready? Oh team, don't let them leap to you, don't let Melody go. Melody will win. Val, I'm so happy I keep getting against you in matches. I was complaining earlier because we were getting against people who were literally not even playing. They were just parking their character. Val plays really well, but brings me great joy. I don't know if I could even explain exactly why. I guess because he plays well and he has a good attitude. I don't want you in my end zone. Get out. That's right. Ah! Swtorista. Deshik. Therevenchus. Look at me attacking you one, like, little ability at a time. Slap tank. Doing it right. Oh. Yeah, collections will still be available, so you can still look super fly. Which is nice, I like that. Ah, Larry says, no worries. The grind of getting credits again has me hyped. Right, and see, that's just kind of part of it, too. But, for example, the way they upgraded the game, I don't know if changed the game, is that these days, you can... I can't focus and talk at the same time! Not with Melody running the ball over there. Get back here! I don't even know if there's a better way I could have used this grapple hook. But I just gotta do what I can while I can. Goodness gracious, I haven't even used my guard all match. This is just ultimate chaos over here. Okay. I was like, they're right. Got anything else I can drop down to help this ball carrier? No. Oh, poor Robin. She's about to die. Oh, I just got an acid. I'm about to die. Let's bring the ball carrier in here with me. Oh, apparently I'm not going to die. Someone was actually healing me. That's nice. I'm not going to complain. Oh, I don't want the ball when they die, though. Oh, wow. I don't want them to have the ball either, to be clear. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get down there fast enough. Oh, well. In death, I reach victory. In death, my chains are broken. Oh, where did my little timer go? There you go. Oh, hey! Nice catch, Robin. That's right, you beat Val at his own game. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, you. Never mind. Oh, his poor Robin's over there on the edge. Oh. Oh, poor Robin died. Good job, little Robin. You did good. You didn't have enough support down there, I don't think. Oh. Get back down here, Val. Oh, I died. Oh, we're in our own end zone. Whoops, I should get Val out of there, not in there. Where'd the timer go? Oh, I switched screens and I forgot to turn it back on. Oh! It doesn't matter if I win. I just need to play one more. Did you just call the combination between Satil Sean and Star Force Satil Forge? I hate it. I hate it so much. Shardbovas asked, does anyone think after this new APAC server, it might be, they might combine Satil Sean and Star Forge? I don't think so. I don't think there's really much of a need to, if that makes sense. Oh, I just got murderized. I didn't use any of my cooldowns though, so that's part of my fault. Here, that map is not useful to me right now. Can you challenge other people to hop on the PvP option? So, yes and no. In what we're playing right now, no. You just get queued up kind of randomly. There is something called PvP challenges, and that lets you have a little more freedom, which is kind of cool. Hey, hey, who'd you throw that to? Hey. Hey, hey. There's too many of you in the end zone here. I can't pull all of you. Blah. They're definitely gonna score again. Unless we somehow magically get the ball. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! They managed to push everybody off. Oh, but they leaped back up again. Oh, that's what happens when you stand in the end zone. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm very, very, very proud. Okay, hey, I need healing though. If my team doesn't heal me, I'm not gonna get out of here. My team doesn't get ahead. Oh, Robin! Here you go. No! Robin hit the bid. Jumping up and down means you're ready for a pass.
Frog dogs have the ball, but for how long?
Robin's gonna be like, you didn't even manage to pass it to me, you miss. Sorry. What's the name of the turtle? Oh, this is a representation of my real turtle in real life, and her name is Shelly. Aww. Melody, you have death incoming. Why can't I collect you? No, that's why. Because I'm dead.
Hotworms pass. Success! That's how it's done.
Swtorista says, I used to think that Swtorista did this as her full-time job, but while she may get monetization with her content, she donates a lot of time, energy, and effort to the game. Grateful for her and her work. Thank you! Yeah, so this actually started very much as a hobby, and being able to monetize it just means that I can actually do it while having a life again, which is really awesome to me. It was getting to the point where I had to decide, do I want to stop making content, or can I find a way to do this without doing it on the weekends, on the train? Every second of my life that I'm not working was working on this big project. I mean, I love it, but it was I needed some more downtime. Like I had to do some big changes in my life about trying to relax a little more. But now it means when I'm done covering SWTOR stuff, I just go putter around my house instead, which is amazing. It's been great for my mental health for sure. Doing a lot better in terms of that and anxiety and stuff like that. But yeah, I really appreciate it. There's a lot of projects that we work on too. I know they don't really get brought up a lot that are not monetized, like the Guild Finder. The Guild Finder is a really big project. It's got no ads and never will. And that's just literally something I made and maintain for the community. Yes, for those of you who are on YouTube, just so you know, we're doing a special giveaway today to celebrate the new servers. By the way, these codes, these all came from SWTOR, from BioWare, which is really nice. We're going to do something really funny near the end of this stream. And it's going to be a chance for quite a few things to be acquired. Okay. Let's see. I don't need to queue up anymore because look at that. I finished my PvP season. Oh, I finished my weeklies, not my PvP seasons. Is there anything else for Galactic seasons that I wanted to do? I don't think so. I guess I wanted to try playing that chapter, but I might do that maybe... Oh, tomorrow I'm going to be playing on the new server. I don't know, maybe I'll do it Monday? We'll see. I can probably knock some of those out pretty quickly. Well, what do I want to do? I want to talk about the new APAC server some more. That's what I wanted to do. Ah... Simorillion says, I just started playing 2 days ago because I came across one of your videos. That's awesome. Welcome to the game. We're kind of celebrating something new that's being added to the game. They're adding a new server in Australia, so people there can play more nearby. Something to think about. If you start on the new server, you should keep your stronghold to unlock the cartel coins, but not with credits. Yep, exactly, yeah. Frankly, I hope we can get a true fresh start classic server. Right, that's what I was talking about before, wasn't it? I'm gonna blow my nose and talk some more about it. Oh, that's true. Cassandra says strongholds are important. The more you have, the more conquest points you'll get. I was thinking from a cosmetic standpoint. I kind of forgot about that altogether. Oh my goodness. Rogue, thank you so much for your support. Goodness gracious. And it's you guys that make it so that I can cover this full time and I don't have to quit. If your name is Xanathar, Jedi Smuggler, Belzebur, Shone, or Fitch, feel free to say thank you to Rogue there. Now you can watch ad-free. Let's see. Relaxing by playing SWTOR PvP. Yes. No, relaxing by puttering around my house. And the streams also. You guys are really awesome. I didn't realize that you guys would be supporting so much through here, but they started too, just as something to do with you guys during the pandemic, which I really liked as well. I just watched your Star Wars story. It was really cute how you met your husband. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to watch it together? I think we should. I haven't watched it in a long time, and it touches my heart every time. every time. Swtorista, my Star Wars story. I think we are. We're gonna take a little break, and I can decide what I want to play next now that I've done PvP. I've got to turn off the PvP brain mode. Okay, are you guys ready? We're gonna watch one of my favorite videos that I ever made. We're gonna turn off the ask question symbol, because no questions are allowed, band. And this is our baby turtle Shelly that we own together. And I think I'm gonna turn it up. And turn this off? Sound? You guys tell me if you need it louder or not, okay?
We're going to be doing something. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little different.
I love
Today
this
I'm gonna
video
tell you my
too.
Story, and the reasons why I'm so passionate about Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I actually grew up between the United States and Canada. My parents were in the Canadian military, and it caused us to move around a lot. But one of the things that was really a staple in my life.
I have a really no. Go back. Okay, I have something really important to share. Shut up, Swtorista. Okay, this photo is an amazing photo. The one all the way on the right here. Do you see this radio flyer in the background? This wagon is like epitome of like North American culture at the time of my childhood. This actually came from the US because I grew up in the US from age 0 to 4. Yeah, went to it's freaking cute. So adorable. A box. And obviously over time it rusted, or we got rid of it as we grew up. I just got a radio flyer at a garage sale last week. It was in bad shape. The wood was rotted out, but it was exactly the same as this one. And I freaked out. I was like, hi, how much is this? And she was like, $10. And me and my father-in-law like both ran over to it. We were both gonna buy it for the same reason. And so I was gonna refurbish it because I can do wood stuff. I win. And it needs some Rust-Oleum, but you know. You had a wagon too? That's awesome. He says, oh, this week I'm going to bring over some of your garage sale stuff. So he brings over some of my stuff. And I was like, oh, I thought you were going to bring the wagon too. And he says, well, I already took the wood apart and started refurbishing it. I was like, oh, so cute. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to start over because I was yakking over this. And we can talk more about the epilogue after it's over too.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Today I'm going to tell you my story, and the reasons why I'm so passionate about Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I actually grew up between...
I would like to see the baby.
If you're on Twitch, a new giveaway has started! The keyword is Little Red Wagon. We're giving away a Mandalorian jetpack. Thank you, Silent, for your creativity. If you're in Twitch, type Little Red Wagon, all one word. You only have to do it once, you're automatically entered.
In the United States and Canada, my parents were in the Canadian military, and it caused us to move around a lot. But one of the things that was really staple in my life was access to the computer. My dad would often joke that I knew how to open the CD tray before I even had learned how to walk. Growing up, my dad was actually also really into computers, the hardware aspect of fixing and upgrading them, as well as the software aspect of being able to share and trade games. Near our computer, we had stacks and stacks and rows of all kinds of different computer games, from Doom and Quake to StarCraft, and a whole bunch of older Star Wars solo games. So, funnily enough, my first exposure to Star Wars wasn't any of the Star Wars movies. It was actually the Star Wars computer games. So for those of you who are older, those would be the Dark Forces games.
Look at that
the
CD.
Jedi games were the ones that I was really into when I was younger. Those of you who haven't had a chance to play them, they actually featured a unique character that is not in the movies named Kyle Katarn. As the internet started becoming more and more available at home, I disobeyed my parents' orders to not use the internet and promptly stuck onto it and started figuring out what exactly you could access.
That was literally the website I got in trouble for using. It was the Archie website. I forgot about that. Look at that bubble tape ad right up there.
orders to not use the internet and promptly stuck onto it and started figuring out what exactly you could access. One of my younger friends had shown me something really cool at her house that was called Neopets, where you could take care of your own virtual pet and it had lots of little mini games online. One of the aspects that I really liked about this online game was that I found out I could actually talk to other people all around the world. While this eventually wound up being a 1-month grounding once my parents found out I was talking to strangers on the internet, it did also lead to my real love of creating things for other people and being able to work on things with other people. There were different events that would go on for limited time and there was no guide to go with them, and I really liked creating these in-depth guides when I was just like a kid. I was like probably 10 or 11, and you could host them on your little mini website on the site, and I really liked making these
those
things for
earrings,
other
by the
people,
way.
showing it to them, and then other people giving me feedback about them. I thought it was so cool that you could interact with real live other people. Somewhere along the line, my parents happened to get me a gift card to a game store. I was so excited! I could go buy a new Star Wars game! Woohoo! So we went in, we got Lego Star Wars, and I thought that would be super cool. We got it home and found out we couldn't install it on our computer. The guys at the store were super nice and let us return it, so I just grabbed the other Star Wars game I could find in the store, the only other one, and that was Knights of the Old Republic. So Knights of the Old Republic is the precursor game to Star Wars The Old Republic. It's a solo game, so you don't play with friends, just by yourself, but it has an incredibly in-depth storyline, really great characters, and the combat's quite fun too, if older than the current styles of combat. And oh wow, did I love this game! Oh, I absolutely still love it too. I was playing the sequel not too long ago, a couple months ago, and I found out somewhere a few years later that they were working on a Knights of the Old Republic online, some type of Star Wars game that you could play online with other people. I had accidentally just caught the tail end of
This
Star
game,
Wars
SWTOR.
Galaxy shutting down, so I actually logged in probably like a few months before they shut it down. It felt too complicated for me at the time, and I didn't really understand what was going on, so I just deleted it. Something I really regret now in retrospect. So once I found out the actual website for the game had been released, I was super excited. This would have been probably in like 2000.
Look at that thing. Look at that. It's such a cool concept, but horrible in terms of actual usability. There was like a video playing here at the time. I found this, I think, through the Internet Archive or something like that. Ilum, dark plans for power? Oh, Silence says, please enjoy the video. Next giveaway after it ends so you can watch. Aww. It's Jackie, but Keith is here too. Hi, Papa Keith. Hi, Keith. Hi, Jackie.
3 years before the game would ever even be released, and I made an account, and I was like following every little bit of news about it. I was so excited for it to come out. Eventually the game launched. I even had a guild to play with at launch, a bunch of people that I'd met over time. That was really cool, and it was such a blast to be able to play, especially the beta before the game even came out. It felt so magical to be able to go kind of live out my Star Wars fantasies online. So not only could I really enjoy being the trooper in this world of magic, sorcery, and wizardry. The wizard, does anyone remember that? The Jedi Consular used to be called the Jedi Wizard. But I really liked to be able to do it with other people. The game is super great for solo play, obviously, with all the class stories, but you can also share that crazy moment in your class story with a friend or go exploring with datacrons with them. One of my really strong memories from when the game first came out was going out with 3 other friends and trying to go get a really difficult datacron in Terrace, and we're just cracking up in voice and text chat, just trying to get this silly datacron and falling off over and over. Eventually I wound up in the guild that I'm in now that I really like, Remnants of Hope. Before that, though, I was in a guild. Pretty funny story. The guild leaders had been creating this guild probably for 2 or more years before the game was launched. And the second the game launched, they rushed to level 50 because they wanted to be one of the first people in the world to get there. But once they got there wasn't a ton to do it in-game when the game was first released, and they just kind of stopped playing it. It took them like a whole month to be done with Star Wars The Old Republic, and we were pretty sad because a lot of the rest of the members, I think I was only like, it took me like months and months to get to level 50 because I was just happily taking my time doing every quest and exploring and playing with friends and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of us who still wanted to keep playing, so we actually merged into another guild, and that's Remnants of Hope. So I didn't even have to do anything. I was just suddenly a part of this second group that I didn't know much about. One of the first events that I attended where I started to get to meet other people in my guild was a roleplay event. For those of you who haven't had a chance to roleplay yet, it's basically exercise in creative writing where you create a story based on your own personal character and the environments that you're in. So in our case, it would be a story set in the Star Wars The Old Republic era, and maybe it could be on the specific planet you're on, like Coruscant or Dromaeus, and then you act as the character that you're currently playing. So I'd usually be role-playing as my trooper, but she's not exactly like the trooper in game. She has her own personality, she has her own different backstory, she's not a member of Havoc Squad, so on and so forth. And when I got there, they hadn't really done any organization. They'd like set a date and a time, let's roleplay this day, and a whole bunch of people showed up. It was like at least 12 people, which was pretty awesome.
I'm gonna get some water while you guys watch, okay?
Real people showing up to an in-game online event, and you could see all their different characters and stuff, but there wasn't really a story, so everyone was just kind of randomly chatting. Like, it's difficult to have roleplay when you don't really have a reason to be there. You don't have a story setting or a plot to get things started. So I was like, oh, let's make something, and I made up this just really small story about like, oh, here's a device, it's got a code on it, let's go figure out what it says. And so one of the guild leaders at the time said, you seem to really enjoy this, do you want to become our roleplay officer? And it was like, sure, let's make a story and follow it over the course once a week. And through roleplay, it was really cool. I got to meet quite a few people and get to know them really well. I didn't realize this would be a byproduct of leading these roleplay events, is not only would I talk and chat and enjoy time with these people during the actual event, but in between we'd come brainstorm story ideas, or like write down dialogue, or create NPC characters for the other players to interact with, stuff like that. And you get to know people really well when you're spending time working on projects with them. Around that same time, I also started doing my first operations. Oh, first operation for anyone is amazing. It's like blows your mind how much is going on, how much teamwork there is, how much fun it can be if you're in a great group. Wow, really, really great memories from doing operations with my guild, not only back then, but all the way up until now. And if you ever do progression rating, and progression rating is doing more difficult operations over a longer period of time with a mostly set group. So you'd meet up every once a week or whatever, just like you'd meet up once a week to practice soccer for soccer games, or to practice chess, whatever else you want to play. And this was another way that I really got to meet other players online and get to know them very, very well. I have met so many incredible people this way. To give kind of an idea about how close people can get via raiding, one of our raid members felt that he'd become close enough friends with all of us in the raid group that he invited all of us to celebrate his vow renewal with his wife. He said he felt we were very close friends, even closer than some of the friends that he met in real life. So that was such a wonderful moment to experience. And since then, we've actually done a ton of other guild events. I went to one just a few months ago in Washington. It was fantastic to not only catch up and meet the people that you've met online in person. They're like real people and you can give them a hug, and it's fantastic. And I also got to meet a bunch of other members from my guild that I hadn't had a chance to interact with at all, but meeting them in person was an absolute pleasure and makes me feel like it'd be really fun if I ever jump into another game that I've never played before with them. So one of the members of our regular raid group was a smuggler Heels, and he was very competent, very quiet though. For whatever reason, we were the chatty Cathy raid group, and many people were like me, they just didn't shut up. We would just talk non-stop, make jokes, whatever. And this smuggler Heels would barely ever say anything. He'd only really reply if someone asked him. He's in the other room. He was just shy. There was nothing more interesting than that. And for whatever reason, because he was so different than everyone else, I had like this itty bitty crush on him. It's a really dumb reason to have a crush on someone, but there you go. I had a crush on someone because they were quiet. So right around that time where I just started volunteering to lead these roleplay events, this smuggler Heels actually volunteered to help me out with it, and I was totally down for some help. I had no idea what I was doing, and I had to create some type of plot device every week to get us going, so I was super happy to have him volunteer. So we'd spend like a couple nights a week maybe just chatting online. We didn't really do voice chat, and we'd be typing up ideas and plot points and creating things, exploring the different planets, seeing cool locations that we could roleplay at that people maybe don't see often or don't go to often. And apart from that, the more time we spent planning together, the more time we just kind of spent not planning, just hanging out or playing our characters. Eventually we had a match pair of characters, two Imperial agents. I had a female one, he had a male one, and we'd go do the stories together. I'd go do all the evil stuff and he'd go do the mostly good stuff. So quite a few months passed and we're spending more and more time with each other, and I'm obviously really enjoying it. He is too. We don't even know what each other look like or where exactly we live, stuff like that. Just we're really good online friends that I originally had a crush on. Shh, don't tell him. And somewhere along the way, our highest skill leadership position, basically the leader of the entire guild position, came up, and I was like, oh, you know what? I feel like I could really do that job really well. I like talking and listening and working with other people. I'm not crazy. I won't steal everything from the guild bank, stuff like that. I feel like I could do some good, especially now that I've got my hands a little more on this
I won't steal
position where I'm
everything.
taking care of the roleplay events. Maybe I could.
This
do
is
really
very
good
strange
there.
to.
And
It's a bit strange to watch down the road, because our guild has been through some stuff. And basically, a majority of us moved over to a new guild called Nexus. And unfortunately, it's not open for joining right now. However, I think it will be starting sometime soonish. Recruitment's been working hard trying to get it going. It's been really cool.
I think there was an election and I won. I was clearly really excited to do this, but then I realized it'd be really weird if I continued this relationship with this person I'd gotten really close with, because I felt like it'd be like favoritism, and it also was getting kind of weird because I was starting to like him more and more, and it was an online thing. I didn't want to online date someone that was too weird, and so I just stopped talking to him, and that was really sad for both of us. But I was just like, what else can you do? And a bit later he expressed how sad he was about this, and he didn't understand why I'd stopped talking to him, and because I didn't say anything to him. I should have. I was clearly a bit naive and young, and he really expressed that made him sad, which I'm really glad he did, because I don't think it would have gone anywhere if he hadn't taken the risk to actually come and say something to me. And the crazy part is we're having this whole deep emotional conversation over text. That's weird. But hey, however you want to meet and talk with someone, whatever medium it is, if your heart's in it, I don't think it matters too much. So at that point, we're like sitting around in some hangar in like Coruscant or something, and then probably the developers have some weird text log of these two weirdos expressing how much they like each other somewhere on file. But yeah, I basically ended up saying the same thing, that I really liked him back, and I told him the reason that I was backing away, and we both decided to see where it would go. I think we both were not super keen on online dating, but we both really liked each other, and that was kind of the only option we had. So we've got this weird kind of online dating thing going on, and we spent probably at least a year doing that. It grew from just hanging out on a frequent basis to hanging out online on like a constant basis. Anytime both of us could get online, we'd be hanging out together. I've always been a bit of a nerd and working on all kinds of different projects, so he would often just come hang out with me, whatever I was doing at the time, and we'd be talking over voice chat, and I'd be like, I need to go into achievement, and he'd be like, sure, I'll come with you, let's go. About a year down the road, after we're kind of doing this weird internet dating thing, he actually came to visit me in person, and one of the reasons this was more difficult is because I was in Canada and he was in California. I don't know if you know those two locations, but they're not really close to each other. The best part is that at the time he was in school, so he was still living with his parents, and he didn't tell them until like a day before he was leaving that he was going to go stay with some stranger in Canada that he was in love with. In retrospect, if I was a parent, I'd be pretty mad too. It was really weird at first to meet him in person, and I felt like we didn't click at first as well as we did online, because meeting someone in person and hanging out with them in person is really different, especially online, especially if you're not doing video chat. We usually would just do voice chat. There's an entire different physical component that you're missing, and it just felt weird, I guess, to hang out. Luckily, a lot of that wore off by the end of the week that he was visiting, and in the end, it turns out that, yeah, we still like each other, and let's continue long-distance dating now, I guess, and not just internet dating. I think another year or so goes by, and we've actually, no, probably 2 years, we've gone back and forth multiple times to visit each other. I met his family, he's met mine. We've gone to guild events together, met up with other guildmates together, and at some point I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. It felt like it was breaking my heart to constantly be away from him, and even though we were meeting up daily online, it just didn't feel the same, and it wasn't going to work for me. So this was also during a fairly bad part of my life where I'd also just quit my job because I was so unhappy with it. So I told him, we need to figure this out. Either we need to live with each other for a time and see if that works, or we need to just break up, because I can't see this going anywhere without us living together. So since he was still in school and I just quit my job, it made sense for me to go to him. Basically the way it works, if you go on vacation from the United States or to Canada, you can stay for 6 months vacation. So that was my idea. Go see if we can stand living with each other for a few months, and if it doesn't work out, I can go home early, and if it does work out, then we figure it out from there. So once I got there, I should mention his family is absolutely wonderful. I can't express how happy I am. I basically gained a second family, and they've been treating me like another daughter for their family, and that was something really surprising to me. I was very scared to come stay with him for a longer period of time. I was like, what if they drive me crazy? What if they hate me? What if they treat me badly? I'll have to go stay in a hotel? What do I have to do? But that was not a problem, and not only did I love living here with them, but I also, like, less than a month later, I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. It was just that easy. I thought it was going to take so much longer to like decide, but it was like, nope, this is good stuff. Let's make it work. So we went and sat down. I can only hope he felt the same way. He sure did. He said he did. So we went on Google and basically Googled, how do you get married if you're from different countries? And so it turns out there was 2 options. The first one is for me to go home and to apply for a fiance visa. Basically, it gives you enough time to go down, meet the person for 3 months, see if you still like each other, and get married, and then you can go from there. The other option was to get married right then and there, shotgun wedding. Sadly, the 90-day fiance thing, there would be a long wait, up to 6 months, and I really felt like if we were going to split up for that long and go back to our separate homes, it wouldn't work. We'd be over. So I said, hey, you want to go get married? And although it's a little more complicated than that, that's basically what we went and did. We got married in a courthouse. It was very small, very wonderful, and there was lots of tears. And now we're married. It's still very complicated because we have to go through all the immigration stuff, but I'm really glad that we made the decision we did, because like I said, if I had to go home, I don't know if we would have survived that separation. And not to mention, especially with the way immigration is right now, there's a good chance we would have been waiting a lot longer. Like, our current stuff is delayed by up to 2 years. So that's my personal Star Wars The Old Republic story. You know, it just ends in marriage, a pretty normal story. But wow, I have made so many friends through this game. For example, we had another friend that we were actually fighting with for a short time, which was pretty funny. But it turns out she actually lives near to us too in California as well, so we actually hang out with her on a regular basis. I've also been able to go to multiple events where I've met a lot of the content creators, which has been really cool to hang out with them as well. People who make stuff about Star Wars The Old Republic, like podcasts and videos and blogs and stuff like that. So the way that Star Wars The Old Republic and just online gaming in general has affected my social and personal life is really intense. So no matter where the game goes, no matter how bad it gets, I'm always going to have a lot of love and nostalgia in my heart about it, and I love it dearly, and I'm very grateful that this was a way for me to get together with so many different people online. So now that I've told you my super sappy story about my life and Star Wars The Old Republic, I'd love to tell you more about how I got into the content creation aspect of it, like creating videos and websites and guides and stuff like that. So as I'd mentioned, way back when I was younger, I'd just started learning basic web design and how to create articles and stuff like that through Neopets, a site mostly for children, but it was definitely my entry point into making things for the web. And from that, actually, once I'd gotten older, I already realized I liked it quite a bit. I ended up going to trade school for web design. It was super awesome. I learned so much stuff, and it definitely gave me, it was only like a 2-year thing, so it wasn't.
I actually went and visited my friends and family, I think it was last year around Halloween, and I actually got to go back here. It was really weird walking around the halls and stuff like that, because it's a fairly open campus. It was weird to be there, but like, I didn't know anybody, I didn't have any classes there. I really liked going to trade school. It was a good choice for me.
Super long, and it was perfect for me. I'd actually gone to a university for about a year, but it was a huge university. I was kind of taking a random mishmash of classes, and none of them really clicked well with me. I felt so alone a lot of the time, especially because some of the classes were 300 or more people in them. But once I went to that trade school with smaller classes and really focused on web design, there was no, like, you didn't have to go to English class or geography class and stuff like that. And I really liked it, and it clicked super well with me, and I knew that was something that I wanted to do for a long time. Funny part is my family and friends had actually been telling me to go into web design, but I'd heard somewhere that you shouldn't do your hobby as a job or you wouldn't love it. Turns out I still love it, and I still do it as my hobby, and I still do it as my job. So I'm really glad I accepted some pushing from my parents to go into that program. Thanks, Mom. So I think I started by just making guides, probably for my guild, about topics that were very guild related. Like a lot of the YouTube videos, especially on beginner's guides that I've made here, actually were probably based on smaller guides that I created for my guild, like how to get into Conquest. That complete one was totally from my guild, and how to craft, 100% just stolen from a guide I'd written from my guild. And I started doing actual website stuff for a kind of a stupid reason. So at some point, Tour Fashion, really fantastic site run by Exile Messenger, pretty much my favorite fan site for Star Wars The Old Republic. It had gone down for like a couple days or something like.
Oh my goodness, oh my gosh. This is really bizarre to watch in retrospect. So this site, I'm going to tell you about how I got into web design for SWTOR and stuff like that. And where it gets weird is that this site no longer exists, and the owner actually gave me the site, all the resources. We're actually working on bringing them online. I just have multiple projects right now. I'm focusing on the decorations that are going really well. But very strange to watch this. Like, this is where I started, and it's also kind of where I ended. Actually inheriting the site, so you'll have fun watching this. I'll back it up just a bit. Enjoy the weird circle of life here.
My guild, and how to craft, 100% just stolen from a guide I'd written from my guild. And I started doing actual website stuff for a kind of a stupid reason. So at some point, Tour Fashion, really fantastic site run by Exile Messenger, pretty much my favorite fan site for Star Wars The Old Republic. It had gone down for like a couple days or something like that, and it had somehow cached on my browser, so every time I visited it for like a month later, it seemed like it was still down, and I was like, well, if it's still down by now, it's never going to go back up. Really funny, Exile said, no, it was never down for that long. But I felt, why not? I finally got these fantastic skills that I learned through my trade school. I feel like I could do a lot more than I could before I started that. So let's make a fashion site. So it's not up anymore. I'm actually, strangely enough, creating a brand new version right now in the last year or so, but it's not up yet. I'll put a link. You can see it, but it's not done. And so I created that site, and that was really fun. I found I like creating large database-based websites. So I'd already gotten a little bit famous from that. Like, a couple people would know my name. They know the Swtorista website, which I thought was kind of cool, but I wasn't really into social media. I just mostly just played with my guild, and that was it. Somewhere along the way, I started listening to Old Republic podcasts, and I realized, oh wow, I really like listening to podcasts, especially the way I work. I usually work with some type of music or something in the background, so I would just be listening to Old Republic podcasts constantly, like weekly. I was listening to every single one that came out by every single podcast for quite a while, and there was one that I really liked called UtiniCast. And on one segment of their podcast, basically a radio show, they had a user write in, and the writer said, hey, UtiniCast, you guys have been playing for a really long time, you're veterans of the game, and you mostly talk about new upcoming stuff or veteran stuff. Do you think you'll ever cover stuff for newer players? And I was like, oh, you know what? I could do that. So all of these wonderful videos that you see on this channel were actually originally 100% audio based. They are basically a segment that I would record on my own and then send over to their show. From there, it's just grown fantastically, and especially for those of you who've been commenting for a long time, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Obviously, when I put up a video, I can see the numbers rise, I can see the subscribers rise, but what really keeps me going is knowing that there's real live people who are enjoying what I make. Either it makes them laugh, or it makes them have more fun, or helps them understand and better play with other people like their friends. That makes me really, really happy. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about why it turned from an audio show to actual videos. Once I got married to my husband, because I was technically originally just vacationing in the United States, you can't work while you're on vacation, obviously, I wasn't allowed to work for about 6 months until they reviewed and accepted or denied my application. So I was just kind of stuck. I wasn't allowed to make money, I couldn't even go work at a coffee shop or anything like that, and I decided, well, since I've got all this time, I should probably use it to learn a new skill. So I decided to take that audio that I made before and see if I could learn video editing. Turns out, yes I can. I know many of you are curious about what types of programs and software that I use to create these videos, so let me give you a quick tour of how everything is made. So I always start with some type of written guide. For the guides that are like, how do you do this? How do you do that? These are actually fully scripted. I write the full thing and then I just read it out nicely to you guys. For things like the armor fashion videos, it's usually just a few bullet points and screenshots, and then I just go from there for the recording. To actually record, I actually use just the basic Windows voice recorder. I don't actually record everything in a long giant string. So right now I'm actually doing it like a sentence at a time. So each video will have like 50 to 60 different audio clips that I actually string together. That way if I say something dumb, haha, see, I just stopped the clip right here. This is a whole new one. So if I do something dumb, it's very easy to chop it out without having to repeat an entire like paragraph's worth of information. Once I'm all done recording the audio, and this usually takes quite a bit of time alone, I port it over into Audacity and I string all the little clips together and mash them together and cut out the space in between. This also is where I clean the background of the audio. The audio before I clean it sounds really, really bad because you can hear the fan, you can hear the computer's fan, you can hear the computer running. It's got a lot of static noise behind it. At this point, I bring that new audio into Sony Vegas Movie Studio. This is one I've been using for about a year, and I like it quite a bit so far. It's not free, but I would say it's worth getting if you're interested in movie editing at all. And then I usually jump in-game to record a video that fits, or look through my video archive to see if I have any footage that already works. I usually just try to match up something that I can show in-game to match whatever I'm saying in the audio. And lastly, I go into Photoshop and create some good looking titles for whatever it is I want to show off on the video. And a thumbnail. Thumbnails are very important. I just like photoshopping pretty things, so they're a tiny hobby of mine as well. So I've told you my personal story about Star Wars The Old Republic, and I've told you my video creating side of Star Wars The Old Republic. Can I tell you now about why I actually like the game itself and why I'm still playing it versus moving on to another online game? So first off, I love the setting of the Old Republic era in the Star Wars universe. I really like the Star Wars universe because it has so many incredible settings. It's also a world where magic exists, in the form of Jedi and Sith, but it's not a huge intrinsic part of the world. For example, there's tons and tons of heroes, villains, and characters who do not have access to the Force. So as I mentioned way back at the beginning of this video, I enjoyed playing Dark Forces and the other early Star Wars games, and in those games a lot of the times you wouldn't be using a lightsaber. You'd often just start off with a blaster rifle or even a Wookiee bowcaster. So the idea of being a tech user in a world where there's Jedi and Sith hunting you down, that's something that's really stuck with me along the way. So I really like that in Star Wars The Old Republic, you don't have to play a Jedi or a Sith if you don't want to. I also like the Old Republic era a lot because of the sheer amount of Jedi and Sith that exists during this era. For example, consider the very first Star Wars movie. You can count the number of Force users on one hand, and as far as we know, that's like in the movie when it first came out, that's all that existed. Maybe there never was anymore, and there never will be anymore. But in the Old Republic era, you've got Padawans and apprentices coming out the wazoo. There is so many people on Tython, and it makes perfect sense in the actual storyline. I also really like that there's a chance to play characters that are not main characters from the movies. Obviously, there's tons of characters, like I love Captain Phasma, I love Boba Fett, But I guess I'm just saying I don't want to play as Darth Vader, I don't want to play as Luke, I kind of just want to play my own personal character that I've created and been able to put some imagination into. Being able to play Star Wars The Old Republic also gives me a lot of nostalgia of the settings from those older video games. Being able to go to Nar Shaddaa Coruscant with upgraded graphics is an absolute, that's a pleasure for me, to be honestly, just to be able to go and like stand and watch all the undercity traffic go by is really, really cool. I know that combat is often considered a bit of a weak point for this game, but I personally really enjoy it, especially once I got into running operations with other people, especially the harder content. I feel like it really keeps me on my toes, and I don't feel it's too easy. No, we were just running hard mode Dread Fortress, and I think I died like at least 10 times throughout the whole entire operation. I also really like that the game has such in-depth movie cinematic style cutscenes. It's really cool to see your own character that you've created the look of, you've added some backstory to, you've chosen their armor, and then you get them in their own movie, basically. You get to see them on the big screen playing out their story. That's really cool, and not something I'd really had a chance to experience until I started playing Star Wars The Old Republic. I also really like the class storylines. I think it's still insane. This is still crazy to this day and age, especially way back when it first came out, that you can have 8 completely different class stories, all of them fully voiced and all of them completely different. That's so cool, and no other game has really done it since either, and I don't know if it will ever happen again. And that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really, genuinely, sincerely, really like making content for you guys, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to do that. If you have any questions about my little story, or if you have any questions about Star Wars The Old Republic...
If you have any questions, I don't care, because we're live right now. Hi, just ask them in chat instead of in the YouTube comments. Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We are watching... Oh, Kamari says, I'm not crying. Harkus, thank you so much for the support. And that other gamer, a German guy, thank you very much. Thank you. So yeah, this was made for you guys specifically. You guys asked me to make my SWTOR story, and I did. It's so sweet. I really like watching it. Silent is now a good time. Lovers of Twi'leks, thank you. So there's some of you who have been sticking around and supporting for a really long time, which is so awesome. Lovers of Twi'leks is on 32 months. That's like, I was gonna say that's longer than I've been alive, but that doesn't make any sense. More than, that's almost 3 years. Oh my god. And Rashval has just jumped in for 3 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so thanks for rewatching that with me. We do this like once a year, and it warms my dark, cold little heart here. So now that I've got all of yours attention from sitting here the last little while, let's talk about the APAC server again, because a lot of you have just come in and are like, what's APAC? What's APAC stand for? What's going on? Why is there a timer? Sorry, the timer's kind of faded out right now, but in about an hour, a new server is going to be added to the game. This new server is called the Shea Vizsla server, and it's considered an APAC server, which stands for Asia Pacific. Let's show what that looks like. Where on the world that is. Asia Pacific. So in SWTOR's case, it's more focused on, say, down here in Australia and New Zealand, but anywhere in this kind of area here can also really benefit from this server's proximity, because the closer you physically are to a server, the better your connection will be. The internet literally has to like travel through tubes under the ocean and stuff, right? Oh gosh, and it looks like we're starting a new giveaway on Twitch. If you want to enter to win one of the rare jetpacks, please type APAC_hype. You don't have to rush, but you do have to do it. And you only have to do it once and you'll be entered to randomly win. Thank you, Silent. Yeah, APAC hype indeed. So this new server will be starting in about an hour for subscribers, and tomorrow for free to play and preferred. What's interesting about this is that it is going to be a fresh start server, which means that you will not be able to transfer any characters. So especially if you have any friends in Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, China, South Korea, Japan, Nepal, India, and Malaysia, anywhere in that area there, especially Australia and New Zealand, more specifically focused. Tell them to come check out this new server and see if it gives them any lower ping. So for longtime players, this will be an interesting experience as you can't transfer a character over. You will not have your legacy unlocks, legacy credits, or anything like that. No legacy bays, no legacy crafting materials, nada. Your only unlocks that will carry over to the new server will be any account-wide unlocks that you have. For example, if you unlock Togruta with cartel coins, what are these friends? It is going to be so weird. It's going to be so weird. We're going to, for us existing players, we're going to keep trying. Oh, yeah, turtle carrying data packets running through tubes in the ocean. I think that's how the internet works. I think you got it right. Yeah, so for existing players, it's going to be a weird and interesting experience to start fresh. It'd be the same as starting fresh on other servers, but a lot of people tend to transfer characters, so it's not quite the same. And for new players, it'll be kind of cool because it'll be like kind of starting fresh. You'll be kind of on an even footing with everyone else, at least in terms of like raw materials. You won't have all the knowledge, but we'll all be level 1 to start, basically. It is going to be wild to have a fresh economy as well. And don't forget, you will have any items that you have in collections, so that's going to be very nice. You can at least make your character look good from the get-go. And don't forget, there's a fun little trick that when you create a character from level 1, you can actually have their new look available even in their very first cutscene. McKilly says, this is the first ever APAC server? No, there used to be one back in the day. There isn't one right now. However, this will be the first one added in a long time and the first one currently available at the moment. Are we going to play Pub or Imp on the APAC server? I don't know. I haven't decided. So let's say I'm making a Jedi Knight. Let's perfect. That looks awesome. Awesome. First cutscene. Curtscene. Got it. Perfect. Amazing character name. This is why I have so many characters. DCA says, I will laugh if Jackie wins this draw. Did Jackie enter? I think so. So you could buy like the Twi'lek species on the cartel market. If you did, then you'll have it across your account. But if you got it through Legacy, then you won't. Okay, so you can see I'm in my cutscene. I'm wearing my boring clothes. I can press escape on my keyboard, the escape key. It's right here. Yeah, right here. Oh, right here. Escape key. Escape key. And I can exit out. From there, I can either open my legacy panel and get like a mailbox or something like that. What most players like to do is they like to travel to their... Oh, you can't travel to a stronghold from this area. I hate that. Don't be so rude. Is there a mailbox nearby? Hello? Just a second. This is Swtorista just saying hi. Yeah, and the conclusion is we are been married for like ever now. And yes. Who do you have to whisper? Did you win? You did win. Oh, yeah. So Silent is going to whisper you. Silent's going to whisper you. So I'm going to show you. You can either just take the taxi and go to the mailbox there and have one character mail this character any cool outfits, or you can just go into your collections and claim anything that you have unlocked with cartel coins. So, for example, if I wanted to give this character the cool Ahsoka armor, so you can do that. You'll be able to do this even on the fresh start server, but you won't be able to do a lot of the other tips and tricks we like to do, like getting them a mount at level 1, because you won't even have a legacy yet. So now you run back in, ba-bam, and first cutscene. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. I think I broke something. There we go. We've got my character in her looking fresh outfit straight away from level 1, very first cutscene. Are you calling me out for my new gear? Yes, Kamari. That's right. So yeah, don't forget you can do that. You can absolutely do this trick on the new server. Oh yeah, you won't be able to go to a stronghold on the new server though, because you won't have a stronghold. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, anyways. Well, that's going to be the one of the few things that you can do to make your character look cool from level 1. God, I love this outfit. The pants and the boots, the way they interact is just mwah, delicioso. The headband does not though. The headband, I think it's supposed to be designed for Togruta, but Togruta can't wear a helmet, so maybe it's kind of more for Twi'lek. They probably just felt they had to add a helmet to this set. We just take it off. She looks pretty cool. It was just a random. Bio says, my little baby girl is watching your stream. She loves Star Wars. Yesterday was her birthday, so she wants to hang out with Daddy. Oh, that's so sweet. This is the Expatriates, if you wanted to look it up. There's a whole bunch of more information. Yeah, it's Ahsoka, quote unquote Ahsoka. So here's what I didn't get to talk about before. So population, these are my thoughts on it and my opinions. We'll kind of have to wait and see if that makes sense. Delicioso. Yeah. Vector says it'll almost feel like the game launch when nobody had anything. The lack of credits will be weird. How are the credit syncs supposed to work with that? So yeah, Vector, it is going to feel a little bit like that in terms of gameplay when you're playing solo. However, what has changed a lot since then is that group activities are no longer required. When the game launched, you really did have to work together a little more. You had to group up for heroics because they were too hard otherwise. You had to group up for flashpoints to go through the story. There wasn't many things to do at endgame, so you would be more likely to go run flashpoints or operations. Datacron hunting can be a thing again, that's right. But now these days, one, you don't have to group up for any of that stuff. Heroics can be done solo as long as you're a slightly skilled player. Flashpoints are meant to be done solo, even if you're very bad at the game. You have the special droid that heals you. Endgame, even if you're solo, there's so many more things to do that you can continue playing the expansions. You can go do the daily areas, work on reputation, go... It's up. No, it's not, Bringy. My timer's bad. It is not up. Don't say it's up. This is my timer. Oh my god, it died. Don't say it's up, Bringy. Oh. Silence says, a giveaway has started for a Mandalorian Jetpack Heavy. You only need to enter once. To enter, type welcome to the grind. No spaces. Oh my god, Silence! Thank you for picking these giveaways, lol. So the biggest question about this server will be whether it will wind up with a big enough population to support multiplayer content. Like PvP matches and group finder. Okay, I had to double check. Bringy said it's up. Bringy, I hate you so much. I don't know if you're trolling me or referring to something else. After the initial rush of players showing that the new server is over, Aussies may be excited about the prospect of being able to play on a server closer to home with less lag, but if queue times are high, they may still choose to migrate back to the existing servers, especially as all their accumulated characters and wealth are being left behind there. APAC players may also decide that the cost of not playing with friends or guildmates staying behind on the main servers is also too steep of a cost, as there is still no ability to cross-server group or cross-server queue. One thing that might help is if players in the APAC region who are former players or prospective players, like they're not playing yet, hear about the new server and decide it's a good time to return or start playing the game, bolstering the new server with a more stable population that will call it home. Players from other regions and servers may also wish to make APAC their new home. There are some definite benefits to playing on the new server. With the playing field being roughly even, there's a new chance for world first or to make a name for yourself on the new server through PvP, raiding, parsing, role-playing, crafting, conquest, or playing the GTN. You can even make a name for yourself, for example, doing social activities or events. For example, some players get, well... Oh, let me fix my stupid timer, sorry. It's handmade. With love. There you go. I did fix it, but I forgot to refresh it. Sorry. Here's a question. It says Brando about the update 7.4. If you're 344... will only 340 drop in hard mode and nightmare mode operations? Brando, I would also like to know that. I don't know the answer yet. I'm hoping 344 will also drop, but I don't know for sure. Let's go indeed, right? Problem says joining for more CC through Galactic Seasons. That's right, you crazy people. Well, we don't know if the population will be smaller yet. If it is smaller, a smaller population may also be beneficial. Many players prefer to play almost purely solo and would prefer playing and leveling as a Varactile on a quieter server once the dust settles, as everyone rushes to level at the launch of the server. Before the APAC server, the best option to play solo was on the Leviathan. Oh my god. Get out of here, Varactile! Very! Hey! Nice to see you! Hi, Very! Hello, hello, hello! Very says, I've been working through graduate school, so I haven't had a lot of free time. Oh, good for you. Good luck. How's the game been since the transfer? Which transfer? Which transfer? We're excited today, Very, because the APAC server is launching in like an hour, so something new happening today! Today! Hey there, PK! Hello, hello! Do you get burnout playing class stories? I finished Jedi Consular and Sith Inquisitor today, but even though I want to, I'm starting to feel a bit of a burnout. Oh yeah, I get bored easily for sure. PK says I'm new here. Welcome, hi. Are you new to the game or just to here? Oh, transfer to Broadsword. It's been okay, yeah, no real complaints. They've been very communicative and they've been putting out their updates pretty recently. Like we got the cloud server update, we got 7.3.1, we're about to get the APAC server. Then we're gonna get 7.4. Surprisingly a lot, if not like traditional content like players might be wanting. Oh my god! Rurikar, how did you win? Congratulations! Are you playing story quests today? What's your favorite storyline? No, I'm not playing any story quests today. I'm just kind of chilling out. I don't tend to play a lot of story on stream because I really take my time. I'm very slow. PK says, you've helped me getting better on my English because I wanted to play SWTOR and you helped me with all this stuff. Also, my English, so thanks. Hey, PK, you're welcome. What is your main language? What is your first language? Yeah, Problem says, no transfers at the launch of the new APAC server. That's right. That's right. So, before the APAC server, the best option to play solo was on the Leviathan, but that server's main language is French, so if you did ever need help, it was quite hard to ask for help. The APAC server is primarily in English. Players, at least I assume it is. Does it say it's English on here when you go to server select? Oh, Carrot says I'm trying to set up a security key, but are confused and keep struggling, buddy. It's a bit of a thing. I don't even think I can walk you through it right now. Okay, it does say it's English. I just kind of assumed it was English. Players who play casually may also flock to the server to check things out. It can be fun to have a fresh start for your characters. While not all the nostalgia from launch of the game can be recaptured, playing on an empty legacy gets some of that back, especially if you also take your time to smell the roses. And by the way, you guys, if you don't want to take your time and want to level up fast, we've got you covered. We have a whole how to level up fast guide that we did a bunch of research for. We had kind of like a competition, like a challenge, where we all leveled up different ways within 2 hours. You could get farthest. PK says, I am from Brazil, so my main language is Portuguese. Awesome. Good old-fashioned basic. Oh my gosh, I need to talk about the leveling contest. Okay, this is very important. I almost forgot. So now that we've talked about what is the APAC server, who might play there, who might enjoy it, when is it happening? It's starting in 1 hour. I know the timer is very faint up there. I'm sorry. 53 minutes. To celebrate the launch of the new server in Star Wars: The Old Republic, I'm hosting a leveling contest. I'll be giving away 50 cartel coin codes. The first 50 players who reach level 50 on the new server. So BioWare, oh my god. Broadsword, sorry. Broadsword, aka Jackie, gave me a bunch of codes to celebrate the launch of the new server. My brain just broke. I'm so sorry. And I also had saved up some that she'd given me previously, and I combined them all together for this 50 codes. Jackie, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what company you work for anymore. And the new server is going to be the Asia Pacific server, but we can all start there at level 1. So the contest is going to be create a character on the new Shea Vizsla server, level them up to 50 using any method except a token. So you want to use XP boost, you fine, do it. You want to start early with a subscriber early in 1 hour, do it. You want to be in a guild? Do it. You want to have a friend power level you? Do it. You want to go do bug hunt? Do it. You want to go grind hammer station? Do it. You want to run PvP? Do it. Whatever. Yes, master datacrons and commanders tokens do not work, so any method except a token. Once you reach exactly level 50, you need to take 2 screenshots. This is super important. One, you need to take of your character on the character select screen, so right there, and one of your legacy panel on the new server. This is kind of, the second one's more for my own interest, but you have to submit both. If you don't submit both, you don't get to win. We actually have Zach. I told Zach, if you see anyone posting like the wrong type of screenshot, yell at them and let them know if you have time. But otherwise, it's going to be up to you guys. So your legacy panel right there. I don't really care which part. It's just your legacy panel. Mostly what I meant. Yeah, Rokar says thank you to SWTOR for the code. Exactly, yes. And those jetpack codes were also from Jackie as well. They were meant to be kind of for people playing on this server, but since I'm doing the big 50 giveaway for people playing on the server, I was like, I'll give away the jetpacks just here and hang out. Very, have a great day. Thank you. Have a nice one. And lastly, posted 2 screenshots as a reply to my Twitter thread. I'm sorry, it's on Twitter. I was here first, Elon Musk, and I'll wait you out. But mainly Twitter is the one that most easily accepts image submissions. So that's why we're using that. So if you want to get a little head start, my recommendation is 1, make a Twitter account if you don't already have one and interact with a few of my posts so your account is good to go and it doesn't think it's spam or anything like that. And 2, we made a big list of ways to level up fast if you wanted to take a look early. Don't forget, you'll have no legacy and no other characters with credits and items on the new server though. However, this guide, I was so happy I went back to look at it because I couldn't remember exactly what was on here. I couldn't remember. But we made a section called Level Up Fast. Here are some things you can do to maximize your XP at a low level, even if you are new to the game, because a couple players had messaged me saying, thanks for the list of all the ways to boost your XP that I don't have available. So we went back and updated it in a way that's even for like brand new players. At least some of them should be available. So yeah, additional rules. The Twitter timeline is so bright. Listen, Jackie, I'm from Canada, so everything is bright mode because I need as much sunshine as I can get, even here in California. It's my tan. See, look. Are more graphics updates in the future? Hey, Quirrell, actually, yes. You can actually see some of them if you want to go take a look at the info about 7.4. We might actually go watch 7.4. Yes, it's in Australia. Yes. Am I kawaii yet? Yes, it's in Sydney. So for this contest, you can do 1 entry prize per person. Cartel coins will be in the form of a code from Jackie. So you can even give it to a friend if you win. I don't care. You can be free to play, prefer to subscribe. Just know that subscribers have a 24-hour head start. But I mean, there's 50 prizes. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I can't imagine it's going to be in the first hour. It must be done in the new Shea Vizsla APAC server. There are no transfers to the new server, so you need to start from level 1 in Legacy level 1. You can use XP boost. Go nut. BRB getting sunglasses. Except don't use a commander's token or master's datacron. You need to take the screenshot around level 50, so if you use those, it's useless to me. You know, it's not going to work because those boost you to level 70 and 80. But you can totally do that if you just want to be high level on the new server, just not for the contest. If you're a big dummy and forget your screenshot, I'll accept screenshots in the 51 to 55 range as well. I'll be sending codes via Twitter direct messages sometime after the event. No, it's going to take me a while because I'm just a human being and I forget stuff easily. The prizes are 450 cartel coin codes. How much is that in cartel coins? 450 times 50. Oh my god, it's 22,000 cartel coins. I'll be giving away 22,500 cartel coins. Look, you guys, you're such a bunch of babies. Look. Okay, dark mode enabled. You're welcome. I'll be going by the Twitter post date and the 2 correct screenshots to determine winners. Where did the codes come from? They came from Jackie, who's actually here in chat. If you guys want to say hi to one of the developers, she's here in Twitch chat. I think she said she may even be with Keith at the time. So there is going to be a spread chat. Oh, that did not actually go anywhere. What happened? Hello. So Zach's going to be doing his best to keep up with the spreadsheet, but I told him, like, at your own pace. You don't have to be on 24/7 updating the spreadsheet of the top 50 winners, but you can maybe get an idea of if it's already finished or not. Adrian says, I want to compete. but I haven't even hit 50 yet. Oh yeah, so maybe this is it's definitely chill out if you're still hanging out on your main server. Don't worry about this. This is more for experienced players who want to go, you know? Bringy says, hey Jackie, what's up? Give us the inside scoop when 7.4 is coming out. We're actually gonna go watch the 7.4 video now because we've had a lot of people asking about bits and pieces that actually get answered by it. 7-4. While we wait for it to come out. So we're excited today because of the new SWTOR server that's coming out. That is the APAC server. You can read all about that in this article. What is the APAC servers? Asia Pacific servers! Asia Pacific servers that are launching in 1 hour. And it's going to be a fresh start server that you can't transfer onto. You can only make a level 1 character on. Okay, so we're going to go take a look at something else. This is what's coming later, likely in December. We actually have someone in here who knows.
I'm very excited to
But won't tell us because she hates us. No, just joking, because they haven't set a launch date yet. But the good news is, Jackie, it's so awkward me trying to hypothesize while you're in here and you actually know. Like, I feel like a big dummy. We're guessing it's going to come out in December because they mentioned it was a holiday release, and that's when things tend to come out, when the expansions used to come out. So that's what I'm guessing, especially with November coming out of APAC servers. Sheesh. All right. Mistake says it's going to be a whole new gameplay for me, going from 250 MS to 70. Oh, that's going to be really nice. That's going to be a noticeable difference. Bringy says I'll think it on the 28th. 28th of November? December, Bringy. All right, so we're going to check out something else now. This is a video going over what's coming up in Update 7.4, which is not happening in 45 minutes. It is happening later when 7.4 comes out. Oh, Bringy thinks it's going to come out November 28th. Sure, why not? Well, let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm very excited to share the news about the next bigger update for Star Wars: The Old Republic. This will be Update 7.4, nicknamed Chains in the Dark. This will include a continuation of the main story, particularly the stuff about the Mandalorians, a new...
Are you freaking kidding me? A new giveaway has started! For a Mandalorian heavy jetpack, you only need to enter once to enter. Type 7.4_soon. Oh my gosh, Silent gets to pick the keywords for these and it's cracking me up. So if you're on Twitch, please type 7.4_soon. If you're on YouTube, just say hi. You don't get to enter the contest, sorry. But yeah, Fresh Start is pretty crazy. I think they might eventually allow transfers later on, but they don't right now. Hey there, Schmutzy. Harrington says, been watching your content for a long time. You're still the best SWTOR ambassador, Swtorista. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Did they fix the reshade bug? Oh, I'm very sorry. I don't know much about reshade at all. J-Beard says, it'd be fun to compete, but I have a sick wife and kids right now, so priorities. Right, this is not going to be, this is just very much for funsies. The prize isn't anything crazy, just more for fun than anything else.
New story area called Kessin's Landing on Ord Mantell. A new world boss, a new reputation track, new repeatable quests, and new secret quests, and they didn't announce it, but there is actually a new Datacron in this area. For those of you who played the Runuk story update, there will also be a continuation of the Lane Vizsla and Basilisk Droid story continuation. In addition to these story updates, we'll also be getting some very interesting technical changes when it comes to lighting across all the cutscenes in the game. There's new cinematic lighting that was introduced in the last few updates, but the developers will now be turning it on for every cutscene in the entire game. There will also be a GTN overhaul, so the GTN will be changing the way that it works. There will be a gearing update up to item rating 344, so you can upgrade your gear some more. And there will also be new ways to get Rakata gear. PvP Season 4 will be starting on November 7th. Life Day will be coming up with update 7.4. And there's going to be some new interesting color specularity technology. This affects the way that materials in the game appear as shiny or not shiny, matte. The way this is going to be introduced to the game is in the form of metallic and pearlescent dyes that are coming out with update 7.4 that you can use to dye existing armor sets, for example a fabric armor set, to make them shiny and metallic. While it was not officially announced, we also saw some changes to the way the starter planets look and their textures on places like Korriban and Tython, and they even updated the exploration quest marker. And of course, as always, there will be some new cartel market item looks. Now let's dive into the details. One of the most important questions that players are asking is, when will update 7.4 come out? They did not release a date because they are currently testing the update on the public test server. It's actually live and available for testing even as I record this video. And that's why I wanted to wait to make this video for you guys so you could see it on the PTS yourself. They have said that this is going to be considered a holiday release for the United States. That will usually mean around December sometime, though we won't have an exact date. I am going to start by going over what story will be covered in this update. If you don't want any story spoilers, use the chapters in this video to skip ahead to the next section to see all the other cool stuff being added to the game without spoilers. In the developer livestream where most of this information was released, the developers started by going on a little recap of what happened last. So in update 7.2 there was Showdown in Runuk. Hedda retreated to Runuk after her battle with
More cider. Jackie from the SWTOR development team, the community manager, says, Swtorista in chat, tell us what characters we should roll when the server opens up. Wait, do you mean we as in the development team? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, what should new people joining the new server roll? So what's going to be very interesting is that when you go to create your character, many of you have unlocked the ability. Oh, it's Keith. Hi, Keith. Oh my gosh. Hi. That's exciting. Hi. When many of you have unlocked the ability to make those characters that are like Jedi, but they can have a dark side power, or a dark side character with light side powers. So basically like a Sith warrior, except they could be a sentinel or a guardian. You won't have those. Don't forget. You won't have any of that available. You'll have to earn it, which is pretty cool. Or what's really cool is I know some of you already have that ability to create them from the beginning. The way this system works is that if you don't, like I can't cover it up, but if you don't have that ability from the get-go, you'll have that ability to do the thing where you swap, where you are a juggernaut to start as a Sith warrior, and then you start making light side decisions. That's when you want to take advantage of this system of not having it available in your legacy unlocks. That's going to be really cool. So if I'm making a recommendation for experienced players, I recommend playing a Sith. So either a Sith Inquisitor or Sith Warrior, and leaning them towards the light side. So once you reach the end of chapter 3, it'll actually give you the option to swap to the light side if you want to do that. You don't have to, but you can. You can always add a second one too later. That should be really new. The other option, that should be really cool, because you can't do that on your existing account. If you already have the ability to create it from level 1, you can't do the flip. And I really like that. I did some testing out with that a while ago. I love the thematic ideas for that. So maybe play a Jedi Knight or Jedi Consular and have them lean towards the dark side. So there's my big recommendation of something to go check out if you haven't already done that before. And of course, I am such a sucker for the Vanguard Trooper. It'll be really fun in general to run around in the beginning worlds. The beginning worlds are going to be full of people because everyone's level 1, right? Mystic says, don't play Guardian or Juggernaut DPS. They're too much DPS at the moment. IMSA is probably going to be too crowded. As twice as crowded as pub side as usual. It's possible. People tend to play Imperial side. My least favorite starter world is Hutta, just because it's so ugly. So maybe not a bounty hunter Imperial agent, but Imperial agent is the best class story. Oh my gosh. You know what I say? Play your heart. Wait, what? The collections sale will happen. I don't have the schedule handy, but not right away. Excuse me? Papa Keith, did you just come drop breaking info in my chat? Were you allowed to say that? Oh no. Oh, oops. Thanks. Well, if you guys have been asking, when's there going to be a collection sale? Is there going to be a collection sale? It will happen, but not right away. There you go. Enjoy. Someone go post that to Reddit. So what will this new server have? So for those of you just coming in, the APAC server is exciting. That's right. If you guys ask Keith enough questions, he'll tell you. That's the rules. He's in charge. He's allowed to. The new server will be located in Australia, in Sydney. So the first part that's cool about it is that it's an APAC server, Asia Pacific. So if you're in that region, especially in Australia and New Zealand, you'll be closer physically to the server, which means you'll have lower server lag. Is the raiding scene still alive in this game? Hey, JV. Well, not on the APAC server because everyone's going to be level 1, but yes, we like to run operations quite often on this stream itself. Definitely want to go looking for a guild is my first recommendation. I've just linked you something in chat called Guilds and SWTOR, which is probably the best way to get into raiding if you aren't already in the raiding scene. Adrian says, I'm new. I didn't know what a legacy name was and named my legacy the same as my character. It's embarrassing. Oh my gosh, Adrian! I know somebody else who did that too. So don't be too embarrassed. Sadly, you'd have to pay to change it, or you can just leave it as is. So yeah, very exciting. And second, this new server that's coming out in... Jackie and Keith, I hope you're like catching all the good vibes from everyone in chat. I'm reading off from YouTube and Twitch, and people are generally like excited about it. A lot of people hadn't heard about it yet. I guess because they just announced, you guys just announced it yesterday. SWTOR says, Jackie and Keith says, we're still working out plans for sales and such, so we're working on finalizing things. Stay tuned for further communications. Yay! Yay, collections unlocks. Let's go, Aussie Aussie. I'm still shocked about this, says Kawaii. I can't believe I knew nothing about it, though. I did only come back weeks ago after like 3 years. Hey, Kawaii. So basically, they... Thank you, Cluis. Thanks for gifting to Neb. They tested it a while ago. They tested it. Very important term. They didn't say they were launching it. They said, we're testing this, we're using it as a test of the cloud servers before we move all the other servers to the cloud. So right now, all of these servers are on the cloud. Basically, are hosted by Amazon instead of by Broadsword or BioWare themselves. But Shea Vizsla was what the test server was called. And it was also located in the Asia Pacific, but it was kind of a come and go thing. And then it closed down, and then we didn't hear about it for a while until yesterday. Kawaii, they announced it. And surprise, it's opening today. Nice. Oh, so Vault says, I got all the Cartel companions now, and I'm waiting for the collection sale as well to unlock them. That's nice. Then you'll be able to have them across your characters. Carrot says, I'm excited for the new upcoming stuff for SWTOR. Yeah, let's go finish watching that video about what's coming up. We're going to skip past the part about the story. So for those of you who missed the beginning, update 7.4 is bringing a whole bunch of stuff to the game. I'm going to skip past my info about the story in case you don't want any spoilers, especially if you're new. But I'm excited about the new area because I've had a chance to take a look at it and I quite liked it. Hey, look, there's your coworkers. For those of you who like daily areas, quests, and reputation, Kessen's Landing has the whole batch of that. So there will be repeatable missions dealing with the Hidden Chain and the fallout of the Hidden Chain and Separatists. On the test server, we can actually see the reputation track and the whole area and do all the quests, but the rewards are not fully set up yet, so you'll have to catch back to Swtorista.com later after the update comes out to take a look at those. What we didn't know when they first announced this was that there is a huge, ginormous batch of secret quests that lead you to getting a special item that you can only use on this new area of Ord Mantell. And you may need this item to go and get the new Datacron that's been added to the game. This is... Okay, I just paused my recording to go count the steps on the guide that we're making. There's currently 94 steps for you to follow to get this Datacron. Have fun exploring. There's also a new world boss for you to go fight. This one is still kind of evolving and being tested. It's called Freedom. He's pretty easy to find out there in Kessen's Landing. And he has a chance to drop a unique mount. While we couldn't see any of it on the test server as the story is blocked off there, we did find out in the developer stream that Lane Vizsla and the story of the Basilisk droid being rebuilt is going to be continued. To restore the Basilisk droid found in Clan Harangir's clutches on Runuk, she requires not only information to repair it, but also to understand what makes this unique Basilisk droid special. Unfortunately, there's no manual or readily available information, as Basilisk droids are so rare that information about them is virtually non-existent at this point. We're going to be working with a new character called the Curator, considered the foremost authority in droid maintenance and droid history. In short, he wants us to find an HK-24 droid, an incredibly rare red-colored droid designed by Zerka centuries ago. If we can find it, it'll be the crown jewel of his collection.
Now let's talk about this cinematic lighting. They said that since 7.2 Showdown in Runuk, they've been testing and implementing a new character lighting system within cinematics that updates the way lights interact and act in their cutscenes. It uses more environmental lighting instead of spotlights we've used in the past, and creates a lot of more self-shadowing, more detailed self-shadowing on the characters, and increases their level of control on the artistic side for creating lights within the cinematics. So they were testing this in update 7.2 and 7.3, but in update 7.4 they are turning this on for the entire game. That means all cinematic content across the game, from the class stories to the world arcs to all the recent updates, will have this lighting update implemented. So if you're looking for a new reason to go back and replay the class stories, now's a good time to see it in a new light. Next up is going to be the GTN overhaul, and this is the one I'm going to talk the least about, even though it's one of the most detailed changes. In short, this is part of the long-running credit economy initiative. The idea is that they want to bring inflation down in the game so that items are more available and more affordable to the regular player. The really cool news is that these credit economy initiatives, while a bit annoying sometimes, are actually working. Prices of rare items like hyper crates or rare lightsabers or black dies have gone down either by half or even up to 2/3 of their price compared to last year. By the way, I cover all of this and how to make credits in my How to Make Credits guide. So the biggest change that you're going to see with the GTN is that instead of listings being all individual, with each item that everyone's listed being its own listing, now listings for the same item will be combined. So if you're trying to buy a crafting material, for example, you need 50 of it for a big crafting batch you're trying to make, instead of seeing something like somewhere between 1 to 50 listings for this same item, you can see them all in one spot, and you can see the variety of prices and how much you want to buy. Is a little easier to figure out. If you're looking for new fashion ideas or stuff to add to your collection, this might also be easier now. You can also claim things directly from the GTN, which I like as well. I have a strong suspicion that this is going to go through quite a few iterations of testing, and there's a lot of player and dev discussion about the fees for listing your item, as well as the buyer fee for the buyer who purchases the item. On top of that, I have a feeling some of the mechanics of exactly how it works is going to change, but in the end, hopefully it makes the GTN easier to use, and in the future, it sets up the GTN being allowed to use buy orders, which could really make a very interesting and lively economy in Star Wars: The Old Republic if they manage to make it work. This includes making crafting once again viable and being able to search for rare items that are often not listed on the GTN more easily. Either way, if you're a heavy GTN user right now and want to share feedback, read how it works, you can visit the thread on the forums, or you can hop onto the public test server and actually see it yourself. Now let's move on to gearing. If you're a new player, don't worry about this at all. This is mostly for level 80 players who really like playing the game. For those of you who have reached 336 item rating, for pretty much every type of gear, you can now upgrade it to 340. This includes your legendary implants now going up to 340. Don't forget, none of the content in the game is getting any harder. This includes flashpoints, operations, chapters, heroics. Nothing is changing in terms of difficulty. So if you're not having any problems with these types of content right now in your current gear, you don't even have to worry about upgrading. It's just kind of something to do if you enjoy that. Or if you're like me, who can use every edge they can get. Hide and Seek will also be going up to 340 now, up from 336. Where it gets interesting is some very small mentions they made during the developer livestream but refused to elaborate on. They'll be telling us more later. So Rakata, the purple gear that's normally from Operations, is now going up to 344, which will be the best gear in the game. Purple 344, which is Rakata gear. Normally what you would have to do to get Rakata gear would be to play an operation, get the operation currency or get it dropped from harder operations, and then slowly upgrade it with the OP-1 catalysts over time. This currency is mostly dropped from operations, but you could totally get it from just like story mode operations too. Now that OP-1 catalyst currency is also going to be coming from Master Mode chapters. Any of the Knights of the Eternal Throne or Knights of the Fallen Empire chapters drop 8 OP-1 catalyst, so you can even run these solo. They also made this statement, which sounds very exciting, but we have no details. Earn Rakata gear no matter what you play.
We actually have this information now, by the way. The idea is that you'll be able to exchange conquest accommodations and FP-1 thingies. FP-1 thingies, the blue thingies from flashpoints. You can turn them in for OP-1 catalysts, and that way you can earn Ricotta gear. I'm starting to do some of the math. It's going to take a while, but you can do it now compared to before you could not, which is Ricotta gear in this economy. But so it's very neat. Oh no, Silverthorn says, so my old level 50 Ricotta gear will be level 80 now? No, sorry. I have some old Ricotta gear from back in the day. Like in my cargo base. Oh, I won't go look for it now, but it sadly did not magically convert to level 80. Stabilizers.
So looking forward to seeing what that means, and if that opens up earning some of the best gear in the game to our solo and casual players, even if it takes a while. While it's not technically part of this update, which will be a holiday update, PvP Seasons 4 will be coming up on November 7th. I've really been enjoying the PvP seasons, so you'll probably see me queuing up on the Starforge server. Life Day will also be returning as a holiday in Star Wars: The Old Republic this year. Once again, no exact date, but there will be a new item called the Life Day Officer Armor that they gave us a preview of in concept art form on the developer livestream. This one was a big surprise that they hadn't hinted about before. It's the metallic and pearlescent dyes and new color specularity tech. So they did a bit of
I'm so excited because I went and took a bunch of extra footage with stuff we found on the test server. So if you saw the original stuff but didn't see this, look with your eyes.
This is, but long and short, they've added some technology to the game that allows them to change the way the materials in the game appear. So to make them more shiny, more reflective, or less shiny and less reflective, more matte. The way they're going to be introducing this is with new metallic and pearlescent dye packs. It looks like these are going to be Cartel Market ones, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll kind of have to wait and see. The colors they're releasing are metallic black and pearlescent red, its reverse, chrome white and metallic gold, and its reverse, and metallic black and matte black and its reverse. They previewed this on one of the newer armors. It's called the Suppression Troopers armor set, and wow, it is shiny. There's nothing like this in the game, and this is a color that they chose. So the armor is normally black, but they put the pearlescent red dye on it. It looks really good to me. What I was curious about was, does this actually work on other types of materials and maybe older armors? They showed some images of it on other armors, but I wasn't really sure if it was working well or not until I found a player on the public test server who had managed to get one of these dyes from a cartel pack, and wow, it drastically changed the way that the color of their armor appeared. They had fabric pants from the Ahsoka armor set and a fabric shirt from the Resort swimwear set, and both of them became shiny like metal, as if they were made of some type of silvery satin or something like that. Here's a really fun one. Back in July 2021, they talked about the decade anniversary of the game, and they said one of the things they wanted to do in the future was to update the graphical looks of some of the base planets. I was very excited to see that they announced in the developer livestream that they were updating all the lighting in the game. That was very cool, going back all the way to the first quests that you do. What they didn't say is that they were also going to update the graphics of early planets like Korriban and Tython, and this was caught by a player named Cal from Today in Tour, who owns a really cool.
Well, I'm very excited because we're actually going to go see Cal as he's going to be streaming as a guest on Zamzam's stream today. Once again, if anyone sees Zamzam go online, let me know. I want to go read them before the servers launch.
A little blog called todayintour.com where he goes over tidbits and tips and stuff like that.
Timer,
so
right here for the new server.
These visual improvements are mainly focused on Tython with new waterfalls, and Korriban, where they've updated the textures of like the sand and the rocks and stuff like that, which were some of the worst offenders for how the game looks to me, to be honest, because they're very low quality textures. As we get closer to 7.4, we might see more of these types of updates, so keep your eyes open. Lastly, let's go over some of the new Cartel Market items coming in 7.4. So I already showed you the Suppression Trooper armor set and the way it looks when it's dyed. You can also get the Suppression Trooper rifle. This one actually looks like the Death Trooper's weapons from Rogue One. They've already released an Ahsoka-style armor set as well as a Thrawn-style uniform set, and now they're releasing a Defiant Maverick armor set, kind of meant to be inspired by Sabine. They said this one dyes really nicely. In addition to that, there's some new weapons in the Westar style, and Darth Nul's dual saber to go with the single saber that previously came out. And of course, those new metallic dyes. So there you go, there's everything that's coming out with Update 7.4 in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I really enjoyed being able to... Hello everyone,
I'm gonna go back
very
to the beginning.
excited to share the
I'm gonna
news
go back to the beginning because it has a summary.
about the next bigger update for Star Wars The Old Republic. This will be update 7.4, nicknamed Chains in the Dark. This will include a continuation of the main story, particularly the stuff about the Mandalorians, a new story area called Kessin's Landing on Ord Mantell, a new world boss, a new reputation track, new repeatable quests, and new secret quests, and they didn't announce it, but there is actually a new Datacron in this area. For those of you who played the Runuk story update, there will also be a continuation of the Lane Vizsla and Basilisk Droid story continuation. In addition to these story updates, we'll also be getting some very interesting technical changes when it comes to lighting across all the cutscenes in the game. There's new cinematic lighting that was introduced in the last few updates, but the developers will now be turning it on for every cutscene in the entire game. There will also be a GTN overhaul, so the GTN will be changing the way that it works. There will be a gearing update up to item rating 344, so you can upgrade your gear some more. And there will also be new ways to get Rakata gear. PvP Season 4 will be starting on November 7th. Life Day will be coming up with update 7.4. And there's going to be some new interesting color specularity technology. This affects the way that materials in the game appear as shiny or not shiny, matte. The way this is going to be introduced to the game is in the form of metallic and pearlescent dyes that are coming out with update 7.
I think a new giveaway started. Thank you, Silent. So if you're on Twitch, please use the keyword Chains in the Dark. No spaces, all one word. Chains in the Dark, which is the name of the new update that's coming out in the holidays, maybe in December, not coming out in 20 minutes. And that's what we're looking at in this video right now.
7.4 that you can use to dye existing armor sets, for example a fabric armor set, to make them shiny and metallic. While it was not officially announced, we also saw some changes to the way the starter planets look and their textures on places like Korriban and Tython, and they even updated the exploration quest marker. And of course, as always, there will be some new cartel market item looks. Now let's dive into the details. One of the most important questions that players are asked
I forgot to unmute myself. Hello, everyone! We're not going to watch that whole video all over again. Thank you. Sorry, I'm the goofball. Scott says, I feel like I'm the only Aussie that's going to be awake for this. I just pulled an all-nighter. By the way, I love your stream, Swtorista. Scott, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy playing on the Aussie. Yeah, that R2-D2 is there that you guys can trigger when I'm a big dummy and accidentally mute myself. LOL, indeed. That's embarrassing. Oh well, let's talk a whole bunch more. Oh, you're Aussie too, Mystic. Yes, awesome. Sorry if it blew your little droid earbuds out. So, for those of you who are just joining us here, as you can see on the character select screen, there's a Shea Vizsla, get out of the way, shoo! A Shea Vizsla server right here, and that will become available in 20 minutes, 18 minutes and 55 seconds. There is a timer up there. Look at that! And what is cool about this? Why are we excited? Because it will be located in the Asia Pacific region. It will be located physically in Australia, in Sydney. And so if you live nearby to that area, especially if you're Australian or if you're from New Zealand, or even if you're in some of the surrounding APAC areas, like you're from Singapore or something like that, you can also get a lower ping, so a better connection to the server, which means less server lag. Of course, don't forget, this doesn't affect your computer graphics lag. If you have kind of a poopy computer, and the fact that SWTOR is not the best optimized, it's still going to have that type of graphical computer lag, but there will be less lag of your computer connecting to the server and the server connecting to your computer to tell you when people are moving around and when your abilities are going off and stuff like that. Do you think the server will pop live if we stay on the select screen, or we need to enter and switch from another? So it sounded like you can wait here, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we'll find out in like 15 minutes, right? I'm really hoping Zamzam goes live because we're gonna go raid her. Oh, Scott's from Brisbane. Awesome. Good luck. You should be very close then, right? Compared to wherever you were before. Don't look at my 49 characters. Listen, we literally created a character right now on this stream that we're gonna go murder right now. So,
Long live the new emperor.
I kind of like this character. We'll take a screenshot of her before we go. Goodbye. And it's so it's launching in the APAC region, so we're excited about. And secondary, it's launching as a fresh start server. This means first cutscene, you will be missed. That's right. It will be launching without any transfers, which means you'll be going to create a level 1 character, and it will be truly level 1. You won't have any access to your legacy. You won't have any access to your biohazard. Congratulations, you won. You won't have any legacy unlocks. You won't have any credits from your legacy bank or from your other characters. You won't have your strongholds that you paid credits for. You won't have your crafting materials that you've gathered. You won't have so much stuff, right? You need a breakdown of the disco outfit. Oh, I always forget what my disco pants. What are the flared pants, you guys? Dashing Rogue, I think. I don't even know what the top is, just that it has a pink dye in it. So you won't have so much stuff that you may have built up if you've been playing for more than a couple months, right? You won't have any reputation tracks. That's right. These will all be empty. This will all be, this is usually empty, but this will all be empty. This will all be empty. This will all be empty, potentially, depending on if you bought a cartel market unlock. This will all be empty. This is the big one, I think, for me. No rocket boots right away. This will all be empty. Yeah, Cypher says, truly makes me appreciate what I've gathered over the past 11 years. Right, I like that this is not going away either. So if you start on a fresh start server, it does not delete any of your previous progress or anything like that. But yeah, you cannot transfer over, so you can't bring a copy of that over. Swtorista, are you going to remake Sire or some another character, or just make a new one named Swtorista or something random for APAC? To be honest, Pat, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't really care. I like having lots of different characters. I don't usually tend to try and make the same characters across multiple servers, but I haven't decided at all. I've been getting like this hankering for making a Mandalorian. I don't know why. I don't really have a specific reason. I had this idea that it would be really cool if one day we did a meetup, like maybe my next birthday in March, if we did a meetup where everyone brings a Mandalorian character. Like, they just dress like a Mandalorian. They can be a Jedi with a lightsaber, but dressed like a Mandalorian. So I've got a couple of really cool looking Mandalorian characters, you know? You don't have to play a bounty hunter, you know? They'd be cool. Long live the Empire. Ah, Scott, who is in Australia right now in Brisbane, used to play with my American brother and sister, bless you all, on Starforge. P.S. If anyone's Canadian, I extend the blessing you guys and gals as well. So yeah, you won't have any of that stuff when you go to create a character. It'll be truly level 1. What's also going to be exciting and fairly interesting is that the economy is also going to be reset. Ah, SWTOR, Jackie and Keith say, okay, going to lurk mode to prepare for launch. See you all in the new server soon. Woohoo! Let's go, right? Yeah. Nice. I want to play a class with... What was that question there? I think I missed. Is it for the leveling content? Is it cheating if someone purchases the companion influence 50 to start at level 1? Nope. Antic for the context. Oh, Dixie and friends. Hello, thank you so much for raiding in. We're gonna take all of y'all in a few minutes over to a different stream to celebrate the launch. You have a hankering because Mandalorians are awesome, so it's only natural. Fair. Someone had a question about a class and I'm having trouble finding. I think it was from Sim? Ah, Sim says, I want to play a class with a blaster. What would be the best way to go with being a new player looking to be on the Republic side? Yeah, that certainly makes things easy. So there's a blaster rifle, which is like a medium-sized gun, blaster pistols, which are the little ones, and a blaster cannon, which is the big heavy one. And the good news is, back in the day, you kind of had to choose a little more. But whenever you create any character that wields any type of blaster, so for example, the bounty hunter, the Imperial agent, the trooper, and the smuggler, which is what you'll be choosing between, Trooper, and the Smuggler, you can choose any of the combat styles within them. So you don't have to limit yourself to combat styles that are Imperial or Republic like back in the day. So I've got some really great news. In general, I generally tell people that the Sniper and the Gunslinger are kind of slightly harder. Oh, this character looks really cool. Slightly harder because you kind of have to stay a little more in place than the other ones because you've got the cover mechanic, but it's not really that bad at all if you're interested in those. Otherwise, all of them have such a thing as an easier discipline, and I'll show you that right now. Easiest classes to play in SWTOR. I actually did a whole review of what I consider easier ones to play based on movement, abilities working together, stuff like that, and did a whole little article about some of my favorite and easiest classes and stuff like that. So not only did I like say my top 3, but I also kind of broke them down. Oh, I want to show you guys. There you go. I just linked this in chat. I also broke them down by like the different combat styles. So if you wanted to take a look at each of these and each of their disciplines within each one. So for example, within the Commando Mercenary, Gunnery and Arsenal, and Assault and Innovative, those are like a sub-setting within those, and one might be easier than the other. And you can take a look at that if you really are curious about all of that. I like them all. I honestly just say, generally pick a damage character rather than a healer or a tank. Generally stay away from the Gunslinger and Sniper. Though if those interest you, go for it. They're not that much harder. But otherwise, have fun. Like, it's none of the classes are super, super hard. The only one that I consider difficult are for the Sentinel and Marauder, Combat and Carnage, and Concentration and Fury. Those are the only ones that I had a rough time thinking of any easy way to play it that was simpler, you know? Oh, you're gonna go with the Commando type character? Nice. So you're probably gonna take a look at the Power Tech or the Mercenary. Both of them got that Mando feeling in their heart, and you could play like a Trooper and do those, which is fun, or a Smuggler, right? Really crazy. What's the best class and why is it Gunnery Commando? You should inform the developers of that. I'm playing a Sith Inquisitor Assassin. Is it a good choice for new players? Yeah, the Assassin is great. You've got your little stealth. I actually play an Assassin fairly often. I'm trying to go back to my character selection because it's one of the easier ones for me to play because one of the Assassin's disciplines. Let's see, do I have a character that's Assassin Deception right now? Characters. Samsam Flag, perfect, thanks. Okay, we'll go see her in about 5 minutes. Awesome, thank you. So we've got about 5 minutes before we're gonna go visit some players. One of them is named Zamzam. She's very good at PvP. She mains a mercenary healer, and she is Australian, and she runs a website called mmobits.com, which is a really quite nice site. It's got lots of little secret stuff on there. And then she is hosting another player who runs todayintor.com today, named Cal, who I believe is also Australian but doesn't normally stream, does occasionally make videos. So very cool. We're going to go see them fairly soon as the servers go live. Yeah. So is this my character that might have Assassin on her? Oh, she is. She's literally Deception right now. So I'm an Assassin. I'm playing Deception. And one of the things that I like about this class, let's go upstairs where maybe there's something to fight. And this is kind of what I was saying. Some disciplines within a combat style are easier than others, but it's not too hard to... oh, what did I just attack? My bad. What did I do? You kind of just follow the dancing lights. That's literally all there is to it once you get it started. And we have these wonderful, wonderful class guides that explain how to play every class, all 48 of them, all 48 disciplines at a very basic level. Like we nickname them 5-button rotations. You love the lightning on the lightsaber effect? Yeah, it's a really, really neat little thing there. The Bop It class, that's right. And I like playing this one because I set up my bar so it's very simple for me to see them. And when I'm doing something like streaming or raid leading, I can just kind of follow the sparkling lights. Let's go do that again. Here. Sparkling lights, sparkling lights, sparkling light. Oh, sparkling lights, sparkling light. And you can't go wrong. really can't screw up too much by just following them in order. So yeah, I like the deception. And that mirror on the Republic-ish side, the light side, is going to be the shadow infiltration. And I play that one too, because they're the same. What is that for a nice dye? What you are actually using? Yeah! So I was trying to make an Australian outfit. I think I went and took a screenshot here. I googled Australian fashion. This is, it's a cartel market one. I don't know if I can actually see what's in it. Hang on. Nope, LOL. I have no idea. I accidentally destroyed the chess piece it was in. It's some type of brown and beige. Sam's live? Yes, we're gonna go see her in about 2 minutes. Need some cool looking armors. I'm still free to play for now, so all good items from Flashpoints is locked to me. Hey, Cyro, I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at the adaptive vendor yet, but I love the armors from there. And they're so cheap and super obtainable, I guess you could say. Oh, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Here you go. Yeah, it's Ahsoka's outfit, but so if you take a look at these, all of these you can get for like, I think it's like 2,500 credits per piece. And there's some really solid kind of beginner looks here. I really, really like that one. Sin Deception may cause injury. Tactical is one of the most fun class to play. Are we going light or dark in 8 minutes? Man, I don't know. We're gonna go see Zamzam. She'll probably go evil side. She's very imperial, so probably that. It's like cosmetic. Yeah, these are cosmetic looks. And basically you buy them and then you put them into that outfitter. Instead of your gear, you put them into that outfitter. And you can do that even as a free-to-play player. Yeah, so that's going to be exciting to set up again on that APAC server as well. Yeah, so last minute announcement. The Asia Pacific server is coming out in 6 minutes. For subscribers, free-to-play and preferred, it'll come out tomorrow. Aruz says, I can't wait for APAC. We are going to be ending this stream and we're going to go see another player named Zamzam. And she's going to be streaming live from Australia on the new APAC server. And the new APAC server is the Asia Pacific server. It's called Shade Vizsla. And it is a fresh start server in that you can't transfer any characters over. Are we ready to go? I think so. For those of you on YouTube, I'll be making a video about the APAC server, probably coming out Monday. I hope so. And for those of you on Twitch, we're going to go raid Zamzam. JR, I don't know if you want to link Zamzam from Twitch. If anyone wants to follow along and see 2 Australian players actually playing. I'm not bathing. I'm wearing my clothes. We're all going to go see her together. And all y'all, can you say hello? Hello to Zamzam. Can you say something nice in her chat? Just like say hi. I'd really love that. I'd love to go be able to say hi to her with you guys. Even if you lurk, can you just say hi? Bye, everybody. See you on the new servers, and I'll be streaming same time again tomorrow. And we'll actually be like taking a look at people playing the contest and stuff like that. Swtorista.com for the contest. Bye. So it's gonna be twitch.tv/Zam_Zam with X's there.